Welcome, everybody, to another rendition of DeleteLawZ. What's going on out there in the land of the unfree America? We are streaming on the United States government of YouTube, the YouTube United States government. That's what's going on. I used to call it YouTube China, but now I call it YouTube United States government. And we learned that through the Twitter files that the government has been using the FBI, the CIA, the Republicans, and the Democrats to make sure that they censor our speech. And I'm not sure if you guys saw this or not yesterday, but yesterday the Supreme Court heard a case about First Amendment rights, and all those boomers and the so-called people they call justices on the Supreme Court, they were all skeptical about the new Florida law that allowed people to have a space on the internet. Do me a favor, everybody, hit the like button. Hit the like button if you would, pretty please, with sugar and cherries on top. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is ChilleDeCastro. I am an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. That means that I learned everything completely on my own. In the year 2002, current chief of police, Michael Moore, no-knock raided my apartment twice in the same month. That experience fundamentally changed the person that I am. I then began to study the history of our country, the history of constitutional law, case study from the Supreme Court, the Circuit Court, the District Court. I have read thousands and thousands of Supreme Court and Circuit Court cases and District Court cases. And what I have come to understand is that the biggest problem we are facing in the United States of America is a 1968 Supreme Court case called Terry versus Ohio. So put in the comment section, if you would please, OTVO, which stands for Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the comment section for me. Let my Facebook friends know that StreamYard, for some reason, is not allowing us to connect Facebook to the live stream. So if you have a friend on Facebook and they don't know, they have to come to YouTube. And I don't know why that's happening. We're also streaming on X. However, it'll definitely diminish the numbers because 40% of our viewership comes from Facebook. It's a big number. So Cope Doggy Dog is in the hizzy. What is going on, Cope Doggy Dog? So today we're going to cover a couple videos. We're going to cover an Acorn cop. Put in the comment section, Acorn cops, and then do me a favor, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Just take your finger right there and just tappity tap, tap, tap on that like button if you would, pretty please. Just like a little dance, 2/3 of you watching, there's about 320 people watching. 2/3 of you watching are not subscribed to this channel or to DLZ clips. Please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. This pullover right here is Keith Dowd. Now, if you want to see a real jackboot thug pig, JBTP, put it in the comment section, JBTP. This copper is a jackboot thug piggy. This one right here, I'm about to show you guys this. And this guy, oh, so self-taught how? So all you have to do, Jose Riviera asked me, how am I self-taught? You know, all you have to do is get my trifold or get my cop card, and you'll see the cases that I've studied. And the cases that I've studied, you can read on DeleteLawZ.com. Go to DeleteLawZ.com and get your trifold or your cop card. Right now, I'm giving a cop card for free, and if you put the name of a friend or a family member, I'm sending them a trifold for free as well with your order on DeleteLawZ.com. And there's a $9 trifold that you print at home, and there's a $25 trifold that I send to you with this fancy broccoli wad rubber band. So it's pretty much buy one, get one free, but I'm sending the other one to your friend, to your cousin, to your brother, to your sister. You got to give me their full name and address. Give it to me perfect, and then include it in your envelope. I'm going to include a pair of cop cards, driver and non-driver cop cards. Jose, the information's out there. You can find it. Start here, my friend. Start right here on this channel. All right, let's get into Keith Dowd, and then we're going to show you that Acorn cop who shoots through a door having no idea who's on the other side. He heard a slam. The door slammed. He called it a gunshot and started shooting through the door. But first, let's watch Keith Dowd and what happened to this man.
So we don't.
My friend, you don't have to copy, paste, and print. I'll send it to you in the email for free. Remember, JT, that I'm in Washington, D.C. I don't get back to the West Coast till tomorrow. Shipping won't happen till Thursday, and then I'm using priority mail, so it takes 2 to 3 days to ship now.
290 dispatch. Traffic stop airline at Eastwood. It's going to be on a black Chevy. I believe it's a Corvette.
If there's no sound, they're muting it.
You have your driver license, proof of insurance. Where are you going to in such a major hurry?
I'm just trying to get home to my dog. That's all. It wasn't nothing major. Just trying to get home to my dog. My mom just called.
Well, you're more than twice the speed limit.
I paid like 45 or something like that.
Okay, that is not what we do here on Team DLZ. Put a 1 in the comment section if you have a trifold in your car. Put a 1 in the comment section if you have a pair of Fifth Amendment cop cards in your wallet, on your visor. Put a 1 in the chat if you already have these materials. What we teach here on Team DLZ is a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols, because the cops are following a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols. Their job in their mind is to arrest you, impound your car, take you to the dungeon, and steal your money. You have to pay a bounty to get your car out, and you have to pay a bounty for your freedom as your wrists are mangled and you're thrown into the dungeon. So let me listen to this back again with you guys, and then let's see where this mistake is made. Cop is walking up. We already have a copy, a laminated copy of your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. Not your real driver's license. Don't stick your real driver's license in a laminated card. Make a photocopy of it. Put the front and the back. I've used it 3 times in 3 different states. It's on video. All 3 states cops accepted it, ran my driver's license number. It worked perfect. Now, in states like Oklahoma and I believe North Carolina, they're going to have statutes or codes that say you actually have to give the real driver's license. That's fine. Don't laminate it. Just put it in a slip so that your registration, proof of insurance, and driver's license is in a slip. Then it goes right next to or inside your trifold, just like this. Just slip that bad chicken just like that. Then it goes rubber banded with this fancy broccoli wad rubber band that I include for you and the friend I'm going to give one to for free because you bought one. It goes up in your visor just like this, all broccoli wadded in. And then using your phone, you have your phone in one hand, touchdown position. Let me see what you guys can see on the screen because I'm looking at a different screen. You have your elbow wedged on the seat here. This one goes in the windowsill. You slightly crack the window for the copper for when he comes up. This is like this. Copper comes up and he says the very first words he says to you at all whatsoever, you're simply going to give him your license, registration, and proof of insurance. You are within the boundaries of the law. Okay.
You have your driver license, proof of insurance.
Yes, I do, officer. Here you go, officer.
Where are you going to in such a major hurry?
Officer, I plead the Fifth Amendment. Please don't ask me any questions without my lawyer present. On your trifold, so that you don't have to be a DICK, it says, don't ask me where I'm coming from. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I've been. Don't ask me if I've been drinking. Don't ask me if I have a firearm. I will take no tests, no searches or seizures. Use the address on my ID. I'll give no additional information. Everything I need to provide is in the slip below. You have now complied with the law. Where you're going's none of his fucking business, baby. It's none of his business, Playboy. It's none of his business. You don't have to say that. What do I say? Ah, ha, 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 ha. What do I say? What do I say? I say go pound sand, you JBTP, jackboot thug pig. That's what I tell him to do. You guys have seen me do it. I'm not asking you to be mean. You can be super respectful. But the only way that he can legally be forced to stop asking you questions is if you say the words, Fifth Amendment, I invoke the right to remain silent. It doesn't work if you say, I don't answer questions, and you don't say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. Read the top of the card. Fifth Amendment, I invoke the right to remain silent. I don't answer questions. Now he can't ask you another question or it goes outside of his qualified immunity. And since everything's on camera, you got him, baby. You got him. You send me the video, we crowdfund an attorney for you, and we sue that pig's ass. That's how we do it. This is a rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols that I have devised over years of studying, years of doing this. This is the most effective way. Providing your license, registration, proof of insurance is the most effective way. You've done everything you have to do by law. It's all on camera. You show the camera. You say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, officer. Boom. Now, he may say to you, get out of the car. Okay. Right here on the other side is learn the law. I just flip my trifold open before I step out of the vehicle. Before I step out of the vehicle, I say, oh, you want me to step out because my window was cracked and my door was locked? I say, no problem, officer. However, I have a right to film police. I'm unarmed and not a danger to you. I always film cop faces. That right is upheld by the 2017 case of Turner versus Driver. I understand the law is I have to get out of the car. I have to exit for officer safety. However, officer, I want to inform you that if you infringe on my First Amendment right to film you and be the press, I'm going to sue you. So please don't take my phone out of my hand. I'm no danger to you. I'm saying now on camera, Judge, I have no weapons. I have no ill intent toward this officer. Now, I've said more than I want to say. I want you to invoke the Fifth Amendment right and stop talking. However, in a real world situation, you need to inform the cop, I'm going to get out, but I'm going to be filming you, officer. You can be as respectful as Auntie am. Officer, I just want to let you know that I do have a right to film police. I'm unarmed and no danger to you. Your Honor, I'm no danger to this man. I have no ill intent. I'm going to be filming this interaction. I invoke my First Amendment right to be the press. That's it. Now you step out of the car, shut the door and lock it and put your hands up in the air just like you have the entire time. You know the saying, if you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around. If you're poor or white or black or brown, don't reach around. Okay? This is the rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols that I teach on this channel. How many people in here have a trifold? How many hundreds of people in the room right now already have the product in their car? If you cannot afford the $9 version that you print at home where you can print off multiple copies, if you cannot afford the $25 version where I send you this fancy broccoli wad rubber band, I'll email you my product for free. For nothing. Just contact me. Go to my website, go to contact and say, Chille, free trifold, please. And I will email you a copy of this where you can print off 20 copies. 20 copies. Give it to your friends, your family. And then when you put this in an envelope, put a bow on it. I gave it to you for free. You give it to your cousin, your brother, your sister, your lover. You say, what's up, Playboy? Look what I got you. I watched this guy on YouTube. He said he would give it to me for free, and he did. So I printed off 100 of them. I'm giving them to all my friends and family. I want you to invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Now let's watch how bad Keith Dowd messes this up. He gives away his rights, and this cop is a dominating piggy. Go to DeleteLawZ.com with a Z right this second and get your trifold.
I'm just trying to get home to my dog. That's all.
Doesn't care about your dog. Doesn't care you're trying to get home.
It wasn't nothing major. Just trying to get home to my dog. My mom just called.
Well, you're more than twice the speed limit.
Oh, so you gave him an opportunity to be a jackboot thug pig to you, and so he took it. He said, I was just trying to get home to my dog and my mom, and the pig doesn't care one bit about you or your family or your dog or your mom.
I paid like 45, something like that.
Now you're going to litigate the case on the side of the road with the jackboot thug pig?
I paid like 45, something like that.
Try again.
Oh my God. Did you guys notice in the upper left-hand corner? Do you see this? Columbus, Ohio. What is the #1 police state in the United States of America? Ohio. Where does Terry versus Ohio come from? Ohio. You're not going to argue with a pig in Ohio and have it go well for yourself. Put a 1 in the chat if that's true. Put a 1 in the chat if it's not going to go good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that fast?
Yeah.
So I might only lie to you. I wasn't even looking at the speed.
Well, that's a problem then, because especially on such a small road.
This is why you invoke the right to remain silent, because you may, as a cordial human being, let the cop know that you didn't know you were speeding. 1.
There's no reason for you to be driving that fast.
Look at all the 1s in the chat. 1, 1, 1. Ed Kreider's in the room, everybody. 1, 1, 1, 1.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I do understand.
Where are you coming from?
Dollar General, right here, 982. I just kept back to the back way, right there by Fairview.
And where are you going?
Right off Lindbergh, that's where I live.
Okay, so now he's told him where he's going and where he lives. It says on the trifold, don't ask me where I'm coming from. Don't ask me where I'm been. Don't ask me where I'm going. And the reason why it says it on the trifold is because the cop in this stop is going to tell him then, I know where you live. I know where you work. And here's what I'm going to do to you now. That's what he says to him. Just wait. This is one of the most tyrannical stops I think I've ever witnessed. Thank you, Abdul, for sending this to me. This is fantastic.
Right off Lindbergh, right here.
Well, there's a lot of things off Lindbergh. Try to be a little more specific.
Brooks, Brooks Drive it.
Yeah? That's where you live?
Yep.
What's the address?
Now you're telling him where you live? What are you doing, Playboy?
How come it doesn't match your driver's license?
Oh, man. What does it say on your trifold, folks? What does it say on the trifold? It says, use the address on my ID. And why does it say use the address on my ID? Because if you haven't transferred your address on your ID to your driver's license in the proper amount of time, it's a crime. Can you be arrested for having the wrong address or the not current address? Yes or no? Can you be arrested? Yes, arrested. No, you can't. Can you be arrested if you tell the cop, hey, that's not the same address as what I live at, and it's been over a certain amount of time? Can you be arrested? Yes or no? Chris Boudreau got it right there. Dan Fizzle got it right there. The 2001 case of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista, when there was really no internet, no social media, was passed in the dark 5-4. That's 4 conservatives and 1 liberal named David Souter. And they wrote in the holding that if you break the law, even the most minor infraction of the law, you can be arrested, and it is not a violation of your 4th Amendment right. You can be arrested for having the wrong or not current address on your ID if you've passed the certain 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year statute of limitations, depending on what state you live in. That's why I took so much time to make this for you. I'll take no tests, no searches or seizures. Use the address on my ID. When he says, listen, now let me show you how I'll do it. I'm not gonna interrupt very much. I'm just gonna.
Yeah?
So it wasn't nothing major. Just trying to get home.
You have your driver's license, proof of insurance.
Here's my license, registration, proof of insurance, officer.
Where are you going to in such a major hurry?
I invoke my 5th Amendment right to remain silent.
It wasn't nothing major. Just trying to get home to my dog. My mom just called.
Well, you're more than twice the speed limit.
I invoke my 5th Amendment right to remain silent.
Like 45, something like that.
Try again. Yeah?
Oh, that fast?
Yeah?
So I might only lie to you. I wasn't even looking at the.
You are talking, and so your mouth is moving, and so you're effing this up, Keith.
Speed.
Well, that's a problem then, because especially on such a small road, there's no reason for you to be driving that fast.
Now he gets to cop splain and browbeat you.
I do understand.
You never say I understand, because that means you're under him, and you're not. You're above him.
Where are you coming from?
I invoke my 5th Amendment right to remain silent. It's on the card. I'm showing the camera for the judge.
Dollar General, right here, 982. I just kept back to the back way, right there by Fairview.
And where are you going?
No, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Well, there's a lot of things off Lemberg. Try to be a little more specific.
I invoke my Fifth Amendment
Yeah,
right to remain
That's where you
silent.
live? What's the address?
Officer,
How come it doesn't match your driver's license?
Officer, you continue to question me, and at this point, I need to inform you that you're going against your qualified immunity. I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. This is for the judge for my federal civil rights lawsuit. Please stop questioning without my attorney present.
It's my old address.
Okay, you only have.
I'm not going to say anything other than I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and I'm going to get it on camera. And then I'm going to contact Chille at DeleteLawZ. I'm going to show him this video, and the good people in the DeleteLawZ team, Dlz'S, they're going to crowdfund an attorney for you. And we're going to sue that jackboot thug pig. We're going to get you out of the dungeon because you got a video. How many people have written me and said, Chille, can you please help me? Can you please help me? And I send back one line on the subject line. You got a video of that? You got a video of that? Because if you got a video of that, I can help you out, especially if you invoked your First Amendment, your Fifth Amendment, and your Fourth Amendment. But if you did not invoke your rights and it's not on camera, there's very little I can do.
1 week to get your license changed if you change addresses.
Oh, you have 1 week to get your license changed if you change addresses. He's admitting to a crime. Team Dlz'S already answered the question. You can be arrested for that.
Too.
I do?
Yeah. It's not when you go to renew it. You got to pay to have it renewed. You got to have your current.
You got to pay.
Address on your driver's license.
Oh, I ain't know they need it, but they can get changed easily.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I recently, just started living this way.
It does not matter. If in Ohio, if it's a code or statute that it is a misdemeanor, infraction, or a crime, the cop can arrest you using the policy by the Supreme Court established in the 2001 case of Atwater versus City of Lago Vista. Why are you talking, Keith? Gosh.
That sounds like a whole lot of malarkey, man.
Huh?
I said it sounds like a whole lot of malarkey.
How come?
Huh?
I said, how come?
Well, speeding through a little side street.
You're just trying to get home to my dog, my mom.
Where it'd just be that much faster just driving on Alabama.
The cop doesn't care. Put it in the chat. The cop doesn't care. The cop don't care. Cop ain't caring. Cop don't care none. Cop doesn't care. Cop does not care. The cop does not care. Put it in the chat. Cop doesn't care. Cop doesn't care. He don't give a about you. He don't give a about you. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about you. Oh my God. Does he care about you? He doesn't care about you. Cop equals not caring. Right here. Cop equals not caring, said Scott. You're reading it. There's almost 600 people in here. You're reading it. Everybody's telling you. You're learning from me. I'm going to give your friend a trifold for free. Why would I do that? How come I would do that? Why would I give away hundreds of these that I sell them so I can make money so I can eat? Why would I do that? Because this is a game changer. It changes the game for you. You show your friend this video. I taught you how to do it. I created a policy, procedure, and protocol for you to follow. You get your arms in touchdown position, just like a goalpost in the NFL, just like this. If you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around. You're going to get yourself killed. And watch, listen to what the cop says about him reaching. Listen.
Yeah.
You ever been ticketed or arrested?
Why would you answer that? You say, I plead the Fifth Amendment.
No.
For neither.
I promise this is my first thing. I never had a ticket, none of that. Nothing.
Ever. Anywhere in the continental United States.
Only thing I experienced was a roadblock. There wasn't nothing.
290 dispatch.
But the cop's trying to find a way to charge him with the crime. He's never been ticketed. He's never been arrested. Nothing. And And he's in Ohio, which is just, and he's black. God bless you, sir, Keith Dowd. God bless you, brother. Oh, no, that's the name of the pig is Keith Dowd. I'm so sorry. F you, Dowd, you scum-sucking pig.
Mississippi deal.
Oh, this is Columbus, Mississippi? Is that where this is? In East Columbus. It must be Mississippi. It's rolling, but there's no sound on this. He's blanking out the guy's information as he calls it in, so you're not going to hear a sound. It'll come back on in a second here.
10-4, do you have any information off the tag?
I have a 18 on a 2014 Chevy, black in color.
Zane said, "Cop, don't give up."
Columbus coded on.
Who's that?
Who drove?
She let you drive her car. Who's that?
So he's driving his girlfriend's car, and then because he answered one question, now the cop's going to ask him questions about everything. So the girlfriend lets you drive your car. It's none of your business, Piggy. It's none of your business.
She lets you drive her car. Does she know you drive it like an idiot?
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. If I have done everything, right? If I've done everything I'm supposed to do, if I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right, and I've used my trifold, and I have given him my license, registration, and proof of insurance, that's all put together neatly for me. My insurance is not in my phone. I don't need to open my phone or stop filming. If I've given him everything, and I've given him the trifold in his face and said I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right, and I'm filming everything, and he says to me, "Does your girlfriend know you drive like," I would tell him to go himself. I would tell him, "Yourself, pig. Go yourself." Because on your Fifth Amendment cop card, right here, let me find one of these that I can get, because we have new Fifth Amendment cop cards coming out right now. Right this second, we got new Fifth Amendment cop cards coming out. If that cop said something like that to me, I'll tell you what I would do. I would whip out my Fifth Amendment cop card, non-driver, that I have rubber banded in to the visor of the passenger's visor on a seat, and I would curse him out one side, and I would curse him out. You tell the cop off, vulgar language. Cop said he's going to charge you with this or with that. While filming, state my right to free speech is protected by the First Amendment. First Amendment's upheld by the 1971 case of Cohen versus California. Number 6, cop says, "Let me talk, don't interrupt me. My right to free speech is protected by the First Amendment." And I would catch all of this on film. Everything I'm saying now would be caught on film. It would all be on my camera right here. I'd tell him to go F himself. I'd tell him to suck my fingers. Go fly a kite, have a ham sandwich. I would use this card right here. And then I would say, "Cop loses qualified immunity for arresting you." Right there. You see where it says right there? First Amendment's upheld by the 1971 case of Cohen versus California. Cop loses qualified immunity for arresting you. I would put it right in his face. By the way, you get the cop card for free with your trifold. You get it for free with your trifold. I just ordered 5,000 more. Not ship until Thursday. If you ordered in the past 5 days, not ship until Thursday. I'm sorry. I'm in Washington, D.C. helping Dick Heller. Not ship until Thursday. I would tell this cop to go pound sand.
She lets you drive her car. Does she know you drive it like an idiot?
Oh, dude. I would say, "You're the idiot jackboot thug pig who signed up to the Death Star. Why don't you go fly a kite, pig?"
She don't know I was driving fast.
Huh?
She don't know I was driving fast. No, but she know.
She doesn't know you drive her car?
Yeah, she know I drive, but she don't know.
She doesn't know you drive it like an idiot, though.
Yeah, I drive.
Wow. Why would you let him abuse you that way? Invoke your First Amendment right, invoke your Fifth Amendment right, and then tell him to go F himself.
It was just, like I said, it was just one time.
What do you do for a living?
Why would you answer that question? It's none of his damn business. You have to have a step-by-step tutorial on you. Show your friends this video. Say, "Man, I watched this guy today and he broke it down for us."
School, I played football, LCC, school.
So he plays football. So that means he has an athletic requirement to remain within the boundaries of the law, not do chemicals, not assault anybody, not get in any trouble with the police. He plays football from high school to junior high school to college to pros. You all have a code of conduct that you have to follow. And this man is probably following that code of conduct because he doesn't get arrested.
What do you do for a living?
Go to school. I played football at LCC school. Played SNU.
Mississippi Community College. He plays football.
Uh-huh.
I started back school in January. Going to state.
So you don't work and she's giving you like a $30,000 card just to tour around in?
Listen to the racist, judgmental pig. Why does he care that his girlfriend lets him drive a car around? Why? Why does he care? It's mind-boggling to me that this guy is answering questions. Look at how the cop is treating him. What a jackboot thug pig. SWE Observer gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, SWE. Zane's gifted 10 memberships. Zane, make sure you know who you're giving those to, my brother. Make sure you know it's like So You Say. So You Say has been a member for a long time. He's been around. Dr. Donna Walter's been around for a long time. Claudette's been around for a long time. Let's keep going. Let's keep listening to this pig treat him like crap.
So you don't work and she's giving you like a $30,000 card just to tour around in?
No, sir. I work at food giant though.
Oh, I asked you where you work. You said I went to school.
I said what I do for a living. I go to school, but
So he tells him where he works, and look how the cop is going to use it against him.
yeah, I work at food giant on the weekends. You know,
All right.
Phone number's gonna be
frying
A4057.
chicken,
Huh?
frying chicken.
4057.
It's a living.
Better than you're living, pig.
Could be worse. You could be the police.
Yeah, trust me. That he got it right there.
It's a living. Could be worse. You could be the police.
That's right.
I'll
You could be a
call.
fucking pig.
So look at me. See how you're talking.
An electric pole,
Ooh.
you know, to hold the wires up.
See.
I'm sorry. Listen carefully here. You can't see what happens, but just listen carefully. And you never get to see the picture of this. I looked and looked and looked, but you never get to see it. Listen.
See how you're talking.
I'll call.
So look at me. See how you're talking.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will take no tests. Do you see right there where it says on your trifold? That's a test. He's testing him. If you agree to take any kind of test, the cop is going to claim some superior authority that they take this certain kind of class and that makes them an expert in this or in that. Remember the DUI protocols. You have to walk 1 foot. How is walking 1 foot in front of the other same as driving a car? How is holding one leg up in the air the same as driving a vehicle? It's not. They've created a bunch of BS things that if you agree to them, they will use it against you. You use your trifold, you invoke your Fifth Amendment right, you get it on camera, and then you read it off out loud if you need to. I don't have a problem with you reading it. You can just simply say, just read it. Fifth Amendment, I invoke the right to remain silent. I don't answer questions. Don't ask me where I'm coming from. Don't ask me where I'm going, where I've been, if I have been drinking. If I have a gun, I will take no tests, no searches or seizures. Use the address on my ID. I'll give no additional information. Everything I need to provide is in the slip below. Just read it. Just read it. Just read it for me, okay? Just do me that favor, okay? So I don't got to cover your video. I mean, put a 1 in the chat if this pisses you off. If this just pisses you off. Listening to him call him an idiot and saying, oh, you don't work and you drive your girlfriend's $30,000 car around, trying to paint him being a loser. And he's not a loser. He says, he says, what do you do for a living? Oh, I go to school. I play football. Oh, where do you work? Oh, I work at this place frying chicken. Oh, so you fry chicken. He said, that's not what I do for a living. That's how I make money. He's not going to be frying chicken for the rest of his life. He's going to school. He's playing ball. Let's give the man credit where credit is due. He's paying the dues. His girlfriend and him are crowdfunding funds so that he doesn't have to buy a car. He can drive his girlfriend's car. How many people here drive your boyfriend's or girlfriend's car? Put a 1 in the chat. I drive somebody's car. I drive a car. I drive a car too. Somebody helped me. You people help me every day. We got a fundraiser this Friday for Tabitha Smith's new parents. The parents of Tabitha Smith's the children of Tabitha Smith have new parents, and we're doing a fundraiser for those parents.
An electric pole. You know, hold the wires up.
See, one other day we're gonna have a discussion because I also know you smoke things you ain't supposed to be smoking.
No, he did not. He's on the football team. He can't. He gets tested.
Yeah. Is that? I thought that's what I said. What did I say?
Yes, sir. Let me introduce myself. I'm Officer Dowd. I actually came from the Jackson Police Department.
Let me introduce myself. You're 5.5 minutes into this. Now you're going to introduce yourself instead of calling him an idiot?
I'm a DUI drug interdiction expert.
Oh, there it is. What did I just say? 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 I just said he's going to claim some higher authority if you stick your tongue out. Listen.
An electric pole. You know, hold the wires up.
See, one other day we're gonna have a discussion because I also know you smoke things you ain't supposed to be smoking.
Yeah. Is that? I thought that's what I said. What did I say?
Yes, sir. Let me introduce myself. I'm Officer Dowd. I actually came from the Jackson Police Department. I'm a DUI drug interdiction expert. Okay, I'm considered an expert in city, county, state, and federal court. Pretty much, if I tell a judge this is what I honestly and truly believe, pretty much you're guilty. Because I'm that good. I also spent about 20 and truly believe, pretty much you're guilty. If I tell a judge this is what I honestly and truly believe, pretty much you're guilty.
Oh my effing good Lord up in the sky. He just said that if he tells the judge he believes that you're this or that, the judge is going to believe him because he's that good.
Because I'm that good. I also spent about 20 years as a New York City paramedic.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do you see? Do you see? Do you see why I tell you invoke your Fifth Amendment right? Get everything on camera. He just said, I'm a paramedic and I'm so good that if I say that you're on chemicals, the judge is going to believe anything I say and you're going to the dungeon. You idiot, driving your girlfriend's car. Oh, you're on the football team? I think you're smoking something. This is tyranny on a stick. Wow.
So there's nothing that you're going to teach me or try to put over on me. So especially when people lie to me like I don't know what I'm talking about, I find it really insulting because then I'll just go ahead and actually.
Yes, sir. Yeah, my mom a registered nurse. I ain't got.
I don't care if your mom's a registered nurse.
I don't have anything to lie to you about, sir.
I can tell you smoke weed.
He can just tell. He could just tell. He's a super copper. He's a super copper. Hey, Katrina, I appreciate you ordering the trifold. Did you add in the notes who you want me to give one for free? Don't tell them that you got them a trifold. Just put in the notes, hey, Chille, this is Katrina. I ordered this trifold. Here's my order number. Can you send one to Beth Johnson at 123 Main Street, Anywhereville, USA, 45281? Can you send one to Beth? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I will, because I'm on a mission to get you to show your friends this video, invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. This super cop is telling him that he can tell he's been smoking marijuana because he stuck his tongue out. Have I been smoking weed, copper? I don't drink. I don't smoke. I do no chemicals at all whatsoever. I've had to take pain pills for the last 2 weeks because of my jaw. Woke up today and said, I'm done with them. I'm in a little bit of pain. I'm done with taking ibuprofen. Done with taking it. Done. Wow, this makes me mad. Wow, listen to this pig.
I smoke black and mild.
I know you smoke weed. You still do. And you're gonna. I can tell by the coloration on your tongue. And you're going to go home and stare at your tongue and try to figure out how I know that it ain't black and mild. Please. If you want to lie to me, I'll turn around and I'll call a detective out here. We'll scrape your tongue and then I'll charge you with possession of marijuana by driver.
Stop. 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 No, he can't. No, he can't. It's in your trifold. He cannot do that. He cannot stop and call a detective. That's the 2015 case of Rodriguez versus United States. Open the trifold right there. Boom. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. My microphone fell down. Open up your trifold, and it says right here, right to film cops. Cop says threats. You can't park on the highway. Passenger get out. Cop is going to extend the stop right here, right there. Cop is going to extend the stop. Rodriguez versus United States. Cop cannot extend the stop without probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion. So if the cop says, stick out your tongue, and you're silly enough to agree to stick your tongue out, and he looks at your tongue, which is not a test to see if you've been smoking weed. It's not. He's making shit up as he goes. You can say, you can't extend the stop without probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion. I'm letting you know that now. It's on camera for the judge. Your Honor, he's saying he's going to extend the stop because I stuck my tongue out. And he's now saying that I'm smoking something when I'm not. And so if he does extend the stop, I'm going to sue his happy ass. Do you understand that, piggy? Do you understand that, piggy? You cannot extend the stop without probable cause or reasonable suspicion of a crime. You can't say that my tongue tipped you off to me smoking something that I didn't smoke. Rachel Putney is in the room, everybody. Rachel Putney is in the room. You bet, Jim. You bet. I send off free trifolds every single day. Without fail, I send off hundreds of free trifolds every single month. I'm not talking about the one I email. I'm talking, I send off hundreds of free trifolds to people who say, hey, man, I don't have any money right now, but I really want that printed one because I don't have a printer and I'm really broke. Even 10 cents right now is going to crush me. Me having to get down to FedEx Kinko's. Chille, can you please send me one? And then I do. I send them one anyway. So why would I do that? Cost me $5 or $6. By the time I get the print done and put it in an envelope and pay a guy to ship it, why do I give Jim Young a free one? Why do I do that? So someone will like my video? I don't give a shit about likes and comments. I need them. It's just the shallow ass shit that social media companies make us do to promote their platforms. I give people trifolds for free every day so that you will actually be able to say, you can't extend the stop, copper, without violating my civil rights. Derek Morris, are you okay? I just saw your name pop through.
If you want to lie to me, I'll turn around and I'll call a detective out here. We'll scrape your tongue and then I'll charge you with possession of marijuana by driver. I'm listening to you. Well, don't lie to me again. Because then you're just telling me like I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I don't know the difference between a black and mild and weed.
Okay, well, let me tell you, copper, you're stupid. And you don't know the difference between a black and mild and Mary Jane. You're stupid, pig. I would love to be able to switch places with this man who's getting rousted by Keith Dowd. I would love to switch places. Chevy already donated hundreds of dollars to me to give to Tabitha Smith's family. He already sent the money. I'm doing a fundraiser Friday. He's already sent me hundreds of dollars to give to Tabitha Smith's family. Fundraiser Friday. We're doing it with Brian from Here's the Deal.
3402 District.
Or do you want to stick with that story? Because the next thing I do, because I already got your information, I'll call the school and have them drug test you off the
Now he's going to call his school because he told him where he went to school.
team. So you want to play that game?
No, sir. I'm sorry about that. You're right. I'm sorry about that.
So now, listen, if that cop calls the school, whether this guy's been smoking or not smoking, if the cop calls the school in Mississippi, calls those old school coaches who are out there coaching that football game, tell you what, got that black boy over here. Cop called about that black boy and said he was smoking Mary Jane. I tell you what, no copper's going to be calling here unless, of course, copper's absolutely sure. And then that copper told me he was a paramedic for 20 years and that black boy stuck his tongue out and that copper knew right away. He could see the THC on his tongue. What a load of poop in your pants. You're a poopy pants, copper. You're a poopy pants. Reach down, pull the poop out of here and wipe it all over your face, you copper. You lying jackboot thug pig. Put it in the comment section. Lion JBTP. Jackboot thug pig. You cannot tell if someone has smoked any substances by sticking their tongue out. Well, not any substances, because some substances actually do change your tongue when you smoke some heavy stuff. But that's not Mary Jane. You can't tell someone has smoked Mary Jane by sticking their tongue out. That's just, if that was true, they'd be doing this since the 50s. Just such a load of shit.
Because I know where you go to school now. I know who has a car. Actually, I could just take the car, impound it, let your girlfriend come get it. And then I'll just call the...
He gave him the information about his life. He told him, this is my girlfriend's car. This is where I go to school. So now he says he can just call the school and impound the car and mess up his girlfriend's life because he gave him all the information. He did not have the trifold. He did not plead the Fifth Amendment.
Over at the college, have him say, yeah, don't do the piss test. Draw his blood.
I already graduated from there.
Huh?
I said I already graduated from.
So you don't. So that was a lie too.
No, I graduated from college. You asked me what did I do.
You said you're a student and you play football.
I said I used to play for you.
No.
I said I used to.
You said you were a student. When I asked you about the gas station, you said, well, you asked me what I do. Keep your hands up on the wheel. You said you go to school and you play football. That's the nice thing about wearing body cameras. Everything you say. Plus, I have a really good memory.
He's got a really good memory, and he's so good that if he goes to court and he tells the judge that he saw your tongue and he could see the THC on your tongue, the judge is going to convict you. And they're going to take you down and blood test you. Man, Copper, you are saving the world. All those RAPE kits sitting up on a shelf in Mississippi, all those women who have been assaulted, man, good thing we got you here on traffic duty. You're really changing the world, Copper. You're really changing the world. Everybody hit the like button. Reach down and hit the like button. Hit it. Hit the like button. Put in the comment section, JBTP, Jack Boot Thug Pig. You're seeing it right here in front of you. You're watching it.
So do you want to try this nonsense one more time, or do you want to see how ugly I can be?
Oh, Copper, we've already seen how ugly you are.
Because right now, instead of writing you a ticket, I can just take you to jail and impound the car. I don't have to. Writing a ticket is a courtesy, so we don't fill the jail full of stop sign runners and speeders. It's actually an arrest, an affidavit, and a field release.
He's talking about his administrative procedure to ruin your life.
So I can actually just go ahead. And how do you think your girlfriend's going to be if I impound the vehicle?
Look at the gaslighting he's doing to this man. Look at the gaslighting. Just so unbelievable. So unbelievable. That is just so crazy.
So you actually don't go to school anymore. You're not playing football.
I graduated. This is what I said. This is what I thought I said.
Listen, I asked real simple questions.
Yes, sir.
Put your hand back up on the wheel.
If you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around.
I ask real simple questions. I expect real simple answers.
And I expect for you to plead the Fifth Amendment and not answer any of those simple questions.
It's either a yes, sir, or a no, sir.
Oh, now you have to call him sir? I don't think so, pig.
That's how easy I make it.
No, you don't make it easy. You make it hard. You're the reason why people hate cops.
Unless I actually want you to clarify something.
I'm not going to clarify anything because the moment I interact with you, pig, I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Yes, sir.
Are you still currently in college?
No, sir.
Do you play football for any of the colleges locally?
Not anymore.
I don't want the reasoning. It's either a yes, sir,
No, sir.
or a
Dude.
no, sir. So then you lied to me when you said you were a student. So say yes, sir.
Wow. 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 Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Does everybody now understand the reason why I teach you to immediately invoke your Fifth Amendment right and make sure it's on camera? Do you understand why now? He's gaslighting this man. The man has now essentially admitted that he was smoking Mary Jane. so that he wouldn't impound his car, call his girlfriend, call his friends and family, go to his work. He gave him all the information. It's not like this would have been easier had he just invoked the Fifth Amendment. The cop still would have been a searing prick, but he wouldn't have had answer all those questions. He wouldn't have had to answer all those questions. This is why, yeah, you bet, Alan. You bet, brother. God bless you, man. Listen, if you can afford my products, please buy them. And when you buy them and I look at my receipts every day, then I'm able to send free ones off to other people like Alan. It matters so much. It matters so much. Derek, I want to do a follow-up phone call with you today. So Derek and I talked the other night for 30 or 40 minutes on the phone, and he was going in front of the judge. And I told him what I would do and what I would say if I was him, because I'm not a lawyer, so I can't give legal advice. But thanks for the conversation the other day, Derek. I was praying for you, brother. I prayed for you this morning. I woke up, first thing I did is I text you. Hey, man, are you okay? I really care, man. I'm really sorry that you're facing the troubles you're facing right now.
Because you tried to convince me you were still a student, because when you said how you just fry chicken on the weekends. So is that the only job you have, is frying chicken on the weekends? You don't work at all during the week? No. Now take your hand down off the steering wheel.
No, sir. No, sir.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't play this Columbus stuff. I'm used to Jackson. So when you start acting all squirrely and you start dropping your hands, I don't play that.
Yes, sir.
You understand me?
I'm sorry. Like I said, this is my first time being inside this situation. Just, I swear, like, my record clean. I'm a good person. All that. It's my first time.
No, you're not a good person. You smoke weed and you're running through city streets twice the dang speed limit.
So a lot of people don't really, if you don't know me, you don't understand why I include the broccoli wad rubber band in your envelope with your trifold. The reason why I include the broccoli wad rubber band is so that when I see your video and you have done it exactly correct, you have filmed it with your hands in touchdown position, your driver's license, registration, and proof of ID is all up inside of your trifold. Everything is put together here. And then I sent you the broccoli wad rubber band in your envelope or in your hoodie. Every hoodie that you order from me gets a free trifold and a free cop card. Every single hoodie gets a free cop card and a free trifold. So when I see your video, I know that you had this. I put it in your envelope. Sometimes the postman sends it back to me, your envelope, and says it's too thick. And I got to resend it to you. Why do I take that chance on me having to ship twice to people? And sometimes I ship them out for free and I got to send them back. Right on, Zach. Super happy to hear it. You got your trifold. Right on, brother. I'm on a mission. Every car in America has to have a trifold. If you want the PDF, I'll give it to you for free. You print out 100 of them. You give them out to all your friends and family. The product I sell, I'm telling you, print them out for free and give them to your friends and family. Everything goes up in your visor. I gave you the broccoli wad rubber band. I gave it to you. God bless you. I gave it to you. So everything went up in your visor, because if you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around. And now that copper's threatening to kill him. I'm from Jackson. I don't play that. When you're getting all squirrely, you are a jackboot thug pig. Get your trifold right now, whether I have to email it to you and you print it, whether you buy the $9 version or you buy the $25 version, I give you and a friend one. But get a trifold in your car. There are hundreds of people in this chat right now who have the PDF. You don't even have to reach out to me. Someone in the crowd will send you the PDF. Go to my website, go to contact and say, yo, dude, I'm broke, man. I'll email it to you. Won't cost you anything but a few minutes of your time. Everything goes up in your visor, just like that.
Is there any weed in the car? No, wait, look at me. Because just by the look you gave, listen to me. Because K9 unit's already on its way.
064 Jared is en route.
You understand that?
okay?
Now, 290, I'm 10-4.
He's extending the stop unconstitutionally. There's no reasonable suspicion and there's no probable cause. He's going on his hunch that his tongue showed THC.
Now, we can either improve our relationship, and you can be honest if there is.
Oh, you can't improve anything, bro. You can't improve any relationship, dude. You are a piece of pig. There's no improving the relationship with Keith Dowd. Keith, I would love to run into you, bro. I would lambaste you, dude. I would make you look so stupid on camera. And then if you arrest me, I will sue your happy ass. 2 seconds flat. What a pig. This guy's such a pig.
Or when that dog gets here, I take everything. I take the car, I take you, and everything else. So I want you to think long and hard.
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir. Is it a reason?
Do not drop your hands.
I'm not. Is it a reason?
He's What did I tell you, folks? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? The broccoli wad rubber band cost me about 10 cents. That's what it cost me. That's what I pay for it. It costs you your life by not using it. It costs you your life. Put a 1 in the chat if Keith Dowd wants to shoot this man. Put a 1 in the chat if it sounds like the cop wants to kill Keith. He's given him several warnings about, he said, I'm a good person. My mom's a nurse. And he said, you're not a good person. Put a 1 in the chat if this cop is looking to kill this man. I come from Jackson. I don't play that. If you're getting all squirrely on me, squirrely on you, you're the tyrant pig. You're the piece of in this equation, not me. I'm just trying to go. And he's accusing him of everything. The broccoli wad rubber band cost me 10 cents. Don't make it cost your life by not using it, by not having it up around your trifold, by not being prepared, having your current registration, insurance, and proof of identification up in your visor. It could cost you your life. It's true. It could cost you your life. How many people think he's trying to kill him? A lot of people in here think the cop's trying to kill this guy, saying, don't reach around. I come from Jackson. You come from Jackson. I'm not going to insult the cop's mother. I'm just going to say she raised a piece pig. That's what I'm going to say. You're a demon, pig. You're an absolute freaking demon is what you are.
For this?
Because you're not being honest with me.
I am, sir. I meant to tell you, like.
Do not put your hands back on the steering wheel.
Sir, look, I'm not trying to have a bad day. I'm not trying to leave.
He's got both of his hands at 10 and 2. Look at his hands. The guy's white knuckled and it's his black skin. He's squeezing the steering wheel so tight now that his knuckles are going to turn white from holding on because he doesn't want to die.
Sir, look, I'm not trying to have a bad day. I'm not trying to be a bad person to you, sir. This is my first time being in a situation. I meant to tell you, I used to play football.
Okay.
Could you imagine for a moment that he's a little nervous when Keith Dowd is standing over him being a pig? Can you imagine how the facial expressions that Keith Dowd is making? Unbelievable. Unbelievable what we're seeing.
BMCC at school.
But then say, yes, officer, I do smoke weed.
No, you don't say that.
Yes, officer, I do smoke.
So before the
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, my God. He just admitted. So let me help you guys out with something just real quick. If you think right now that the man who's being gaslit is telling the truth, let me tell you a story. Just real fast. Just take a second. A pig named Zach Wester, who was the son of a pig mother and a pig father, was a cop in Florida. Zach Wester planted drugs on 5 dozen people. 5 dozen, 60 that we know of. Of the 60 people that he planted chemicals on, how many do you think when they went to court pled guilty for those chemicals? How many of the 60 people, put it in the comment section, how many of the 60 people pled guilty that the chemicals were theirs? How many? How many? What percentage? Was it 10%? Was it 20%? Citizens Broadcast Cooperative got it. It was 60 out of 60 people pled guilty to the chemicals that Zach Wester planted on them, because most people are afraid of the police. Most people know that they won't get a fair shake in court. This man here could have avoided all of that by simply invoking his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and reading the trifold. He could have. Rachel Putney got it. 100% of the people pled guilty. Every one of them. Not, no, I'm sorry, I misspoke. There was one person, one man who pled not guilty. There was one guy of all of them, and they interviewed him. There was one guy who pled not guilty. So 99% of them pled guilty. Someone just gifted a membership. Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate the support. It means a lot to me, because your support, and it's only $5 a month to become a member, but what your support allows me to do is when I get that email from someone, and they say, hey, Chille, I don't have any money, man, and I'm struggling, but it would mean the world to me if I had your cop card in my wallet. It would give me a little bit of hope. And then I remember that Matthew Wally Gorski became a member today. And I think to myself, that covered the fee. That covered what I have to pay for this. And then I'm able to send these off to people like Felicia and Chevy and Drophead 74. Donate to me. And that means that as a good person, I need to donate to you. Remember, we got a fundraiser coming up this Friday for the family of Tabitha Smith, who was murdered by a pig who was texting and driving, distracted driving, and drove into the river, left her in the back, and she drowned. She drowned. She had 2 children. She was 35 years old. Fundraiser this Friday. Roy is in the room, everybody. Roy's a big contributor, huge contributor, buys memberships for lots of people. Roy, because of your generosity, I give away trifolds and cop cards to people who can't afford them. Felicia, because of your generosity, I give away cop cards and trifolds. If you can afford it, buy it. Buy it. Go to my website and buy it. Buy a hoodie. The hoodies are awesome. The hoodies are absolutely awesome. I don't just order a hoodie from some crap store and here, ship this off to them. No. I buy the best hoodie there is, the highest quality. I pay the top dollar for the best printer in LA. It cost me $15 a hoodie just to print it. Just to get it printed, just to get that printed, I spent $15 just to get it printed. And the reason why? I don't sell dog to people. This is such a shame watching this.
How it gets here. Is there anything, wait, listen to me. Listen to the question, because if you're trying to answer me, you're not listening to me. Is there anything else in this car I would want to know about? Think long and hard, because I already have probable cause to take you out of the car for speeding and all the other offenses. Plus,
He does have probable cause because the man talked.
once the dog gets here, more than likely he'll smell it off of you. Now, we'll discuss it man to man, but if he turns around and he finds something, I'll bet, put your hand back on the steering wheel.
If you're black or brown, don't reach around. If you're poor or white or black or brown, don't reach around. Alan Hubbs is in the room, everybody. He's an active freedom fighter. I've aired several of his videos. God bless you, Alan Hubbs, for filming police. God bless you for calling them out. Alan Hubbs, you are my hero.
I want you to be honest.
I'm 14.
I don't.
It's an ashtray right here.
Man, listen to me. Next time you reach, it's going to get ugly.
He's threatening to kill him for simply reaching. He's threatening to kill him for reaching into his ashtray. We have allowed this system to be perpetuated under a 1968 holding called Terry versus Ohio. The reason why all of this is happening right now, all the powers vested in the pigs, comes from Terry versus Ohio. Put a 1 in the chat if this cop is trying to find a reason to kill him. Put a 1 in the chat. Let me put a 1 for me. I implore you. I beg of you. I beg of you. Please follow the rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols that I teach on this channel. Get a trifold in your car. Get your arms at touchdown position. Use the broccoli. I don't care if you got a Mercedes XL 2000 BT71 new Elon Musk edition. I don't care what you have in your car. I don't care if you're driving a Cybertruck. I don't care if you're driving a Maserati or a Maybach. I don't care if you're driving a 1981 Pinto. I don't care what you're driving. I care you don't die. Use the broccoli wad rubber band. Everything goes in the visor. The camera faces you. The camera faces me, my head. The cop is in the back shot. I'm catching the cop over here. The copper's over here. I'm catching him as I catch my face so we can see if anything happens to you. If I see it on camera and you've used your trifold and you have everything put together and they cheat you, I will help you hire your criminal defense lawyer. I will help you hire your federal civil rights lawyer. This week, we've hired 4 lawyers for people. 4 different people we've hired lawyers for. 4 this week. This week. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks, April. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. God bless you.
Don't.
It's an ashtray right here.
Man, listen to me. Next time you reach, it's going to get ugly.
I got an alarm at
Because you're kind of appearing to me to be the twitchy type of person who's done something wrong or you got something new. Listen to me. So all this reaching and grabbing or whatever, I guarantee you, before you think you can do something, I can enter a magazine into the car.
17 Warpath.
You understand?
What did he just say?
You got something new. Listen to me. So all this reaching and grabbing or whatever, I guarantee you, before you think you can do something, I can enter a magazine into the car.
17
I can
You understand that?
Oh
Do you
my
believe that?
Oh
Stop
my.
reaching. Do not reach again.
Copy. I'm going to get 90 en route with you as soon as he comes off his traffic stop.
That's fine, Central. I'll advise you.
Now, I want you to take a nice deep breath. Take a deep breath.
I'm going to back it up a little bit. Watch his hands as the cop is telling him that he's going to kill him, that he can empty a magazine into the car. I'm going to escape right here. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, let's watch the man's hands right here as he's threatened to be killed.
Appearing to me to be the twitchy type of person who's done something wrong or you got something new. Listen to me. So all this reaching and grabbing or whatever, I guarantee you, before you think you can do something, I can enter a magazine into the car.
17 Warpath.
You understand that? Do you believe that? Stop reaching. Do not reach again.
Copy. I'm going to get 90 en route with you as soon as he comes off his traffic stop.
Look at him.
That's fine, Central.
The man's all locked up, and he said before he does anything, he can empty a magazine into the car. Do you believe me? Oh, pig, Keith Dowd, we believe you. You're such a pig.
Now, I want you to take a nice deep breath. Take a deep breath and breathe. Okay? You took a nice deep breath. Take one more. I want to make sure you're nice and clear-headed. Now, take a moment and think, is there anything in this car that a police officer would want to know about?
John. 292.
Sir?
John.
Just an ashtray in here, sir.
There's no bags. Thank card.
290.
Sir?
Just an ashtray, sir. I just drove this car this morning. I don't know. I did my
Bag, don't drop your hands off the steering wheel.
His hands never moved. We're watching.
just drove this car this morning. I don't know. I did my
Bag, don't.
Oh, his hand dropped down, and so automatically he's trying to kill the Keith Copper.
Drop your hands off the steering wheel.
situation, sir.
What a psycho.
Well, keeping your hands on the steering wheel is an easy request.
No, you're a pig, dude.
Put the one ready.
Because they got some other stuff going on, you're going to get a whole bunch of warnings. Let me catch you out riding dirty, and the next time I take you, the car, and everything else.
It is.
You understand that? Do you believe me when I tell you this?
Yes, sir. I do.
You need to straighten out your act. You need to give up the weed. Because I know when the last time you smoked, I don't appreciate being lied to.
He knows he's a psycho, a psychic.
I don't appreciate people speeding on my beat.
On my beat. He doesn't appreciate people speeding on his beat.
Do you have any questions regarding any of that? Or would you prefer the tickets and argue about it in court? Okay. You are free to go. I said.
After all that, after all of that abusing, after all of that, that's it. You're free to go. Who's pissed off right now? What was the name of this police department? Anybody know the name of this police department? What's the name of this police department?
Suggest you improve things a whole lot.
What's the name of this police department? Columbus, Mississippi Police Department. Is that what it is? Let me see. Let me take a look here. Let me take a look here real quick. Columbus, Mississippi Police Department. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Dick Heller, come back, Heller.
Working on it.
Thank you for calling the City of Columbus. If you have an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. Otherwise, please choose from the following options. For City Hall, press 1. For Police Department, press 2. For Court Division, press 3. For Fire Department,
You're testing DC cops.
you have reached the Columbus Police Department. For Records Division, press 1. For Patrol Division, press 2. For Criminal Investigations, press 3. For Crime Lab, press 4. For Community Resource Center, press 5. For Chief of Police, press 6.
You have reached the office of Doris Blewett, the administrative assistant to the Chief of Police. I'm unavailable to take.
Calling the City of Columbus. If you have an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you have reached the Columbus Police Department. For Records Division, press 1. For Patrol Division, press 2. For Criminal Investigation,
Police Department, can I help?
Hey, how you doing? My name is ChilleDeCastro. I'm a journalist. All my calls are recorded. I'm just giving you a call because I saw a video. It's 6 or 7 years old, but it had to do with a patrol policeman there named Keith Dowd. The video on the internet has gone fairly viral, and I just want to know if Keith Dowd was still employed there.
Well, I can't give you any information like that, sir.
Why?
Part of what you may have to do is call back and ask to speak with the Assistant Chief Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Call 244.
1 second. Let me write this down. What's the area code? Is it 662?
662.
Mm-hmm.
244.
Mm-hmm.
3501.
30. Oh, so
Yep.
662-244-3501. And who am I calling over there?
Whoever you talk to will pick up the phone there. They should be able to transfer you to whoever you need.
Is there an email address I can send you this video? Is there some I can email you the video?
That would probably need to go to Assistant Chief Ward. He normally handles things like that.
Okay, because the thing is Keith Dowd, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best not to call you guys demons and pigs. I'm doing my best, you know. But the thing is when
Yes,
you
sir.
see Keith Dowd's actions on camera, officer, you're going to be as disgusted as I am. I mean, I hope you are. I hope that you haven't got rotten in the brain from joining that Death Star. But
No.
I just want to make sure that, you know, someone else sees this, because once you join the Death Star, it's only a matter of time until you turn into an evil demon and you do things like what that Keith Dowd did. It's just absolutely disgusting. And I wanted to share it with you so that you could see the video yourself, so that you understood that Keith Dowd's a jackboot thug pig and that you guys would be better off without him on that police force. If I was closer to Mississippi, I would drive over there right now. I'm a nationally known journalist, and I would get Keith Dowd on camera so everybody could see what a pig's face looks like. That's what I would do. So Keith Dowd is his.
How you spell his last name?
It's D-O-W.
D-O-W-D?
Yeah, you can look up on the internet if you want to look up the exact video. Let me give you the name of that video. It's called Columbus Police Officer Keith Dowd's Body Camera Footage, DOWD. And, you know, I don't want to think you're all evil demon pigs, but Keith Dowd makes you guys look so bad, officer. He makes you look so bad. And I'm so I could literally right now, there's literally thousands of people watching right this second as I talk to you. I could bend over and vomit all over my own computer right now. I could just puke. I can feel the stomach just churning as I watch Keith Dowd treat this man so inhumanely. He threatens to kill him for reaching with his hands. He says to him, I could empty a magazine into the car before you even knew what hit you. Why does he have to threaten to kill a man for speeding?
Sir, only thing I can tell you this right here. I know what you're talking about,
You know?
but that guy doesn't work here anymore.
Okay. I'd like to chase that jackboot thug pig down. I'd like to chase him down and get him on camera, because, you know, we're a non-violent group of people. You know, I have a huge movement with millions of people who are attached, and tons of people as justice who are attached to what we do here. And we don't threaten violence, and we don't want any violence, but I would love to catch that pig and get him on camera. Yeah, picture him. Can you send me a picture of Keith Dowd?
I don't have a picture of it.
I'd love to see what that pig's face looks like. I'm gonna ask the audience if they can find that pig's face, and then I'm gonna put it on the wall of shame. Maybe I'll send it over to Don Andre Investigations, and he can do a wall of shame on this guy. I mean, just, you know, for the people, humans who join the peace officers group, I hope that there's some good ones in there who don't become corrupted by the Death Star. That's what I hope.
Yes, sir. I think it's quite a few of us that still exist.
You know, I'm friends with a guy named Dick Heller. He's the guy from the Second Amendment case, Heller versus DC 2008, that gives us our gun rights back. And Dick Heller is an ex-copper, and he never, ever put a single person in torture cuffs his entire career. He mostly talked to them, explained to them that they were going too fast or doing something wrong and they needed to stop. And then he never ever put anybody in torture cuffs, not one person. So, you know,
Yeah,
and
I mean, you know, verbal communication is a key to what we do.
yeah. And then those
Well,
torture cuffs, you know, well, I'm sorry, what was your name again, sir?
Sergeant Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, it's absolutely my pleasure to speak with you. I appreciate you taking the time to speak to me and address this to the public, because, you know, I showed this video to my flock of people and Team DLZ, and they are just really, I mean, you should read the comments about this cop, about Keith Dowd. You know, a lot of people are mad, and I got so many requests to go ahead and give a call over there and find out if Keith Dowd is still around. And I'm glad that he's gone. I'm glad he's gone, sir. And just so you know,
he's not here.
the big problem that we have.
What's that site? I'm gonna try to look it up.
So go to YouTube and put into YouTube Columbus Police Officer Keith Dowd's body camera footage, and the video should pop up. It's from Dispatch Video is the name of the channel, and I can tell you how many views it has on it. It has 54,000 views. Oh, sorry about that,
Really?
sir. 54,000 views. And the name of the channel is Dispatch Video, all one word, Dispatch Video. And I'll tell you, the people are watching this and they are incensed. People are mad. People are mad. He threatened to kill the guy, said he could unload a magazine into him. And his crime, his so-called crime, was speeding. That was the whole crime. Threatened to kill him.
I can tell you this right here. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. So did Dowd get fired by threatening to kill him, or did he get a promotion?
Once again, that's personnel type issues that I just don't like to go down that road.
Okay. Okay. So then let me just tell you one more thing and then I'll let you go because I know you have other things to do. The big problem that the general public has with police is that they still use the slave cuffs that the Delaware colony created in 1638, established in 1638. And when slavery was a main staple here in America, normal thing, where they put the 3/5 compromise in the Constitution to validate slavery so that the southern states would stay attached to the Union. Well, then when they brought them into the port of South Carolina, the South Carolinian slave owners, they were having a hard time keeping all those free Negroes all together. So what they did is they created torture cuffs. The same torture cuffs that peace officers carry today are the same torture cuffs that they put on people every day. And mostly they do that to black and brown people. Although if you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around or you'll get yourself killed. So the torture cuffs, and in my group, the team DLZ, we call them torture cuffs. That's what they're called in my team. We call them torture cuffs because they were specifically made for slavery. They were specifically made to torture slaves. The handcuffs that you carry now, sir.
Yes, sir.
Did you know that? I think you sound. Are you black?
What difference that make?
Well, because they were used on you. They were used on black folks. They were made for black folks, and they're still being used on black folk.
Yes, I am.
God bless you, man. I got no. I see color. I know color is a real thing. I'm just saying that the torture cuffs that they use on slaves are the same torture cuffs they use today, and now the torture cuffs are even more painful.
Well, that's I hear you.
Okay. The name of my channel.
What's your name again? What's your name one more time?
My name is ChilleDeCastro. The name of my channel is DeleteLawZ. You can look it up on YouTube. DeleteLawZ.
Spell your first name for me.
ChIlle. Last name DeCastro. DeCastro. My first name, legal name, is Jose Maria. And that's my first and middle name. My last name is DeCastro. My channel and how everybody knows me across the country is DeleteLawZ, LAWZ. And a portion of this conversation could actually end up on my YouTube page, and people may actually hear this because everything I do is recorded. I'm on record all the time. So I just love it when I get a chance to talk to one of you coppers and explain to you how much the public is just hates cops. And the reason why is the torture.
Well, sir, there's a lot of people that love police officers.
Oh, we know there's tons of bootlickers. Tons.
We all try to do what's right.
Do you?
Try to do what's right.
All right. Then what's right is to get rid of the torture cuffs. That's what's right. Get rid of the torture cuffs and go to a digital detainment where you film people and give them a chance to simply get in the car without putting them in torture cuffs. That's what would be right, sir.
All right, sir.
Right? Right?
Have a good day.
Right? Okay. Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Oh, I just wanted to see what you thought about torture cuffs. I didn't know. Have you ever been in torture cuffs before? Brick's got it right. Match what Brick said. Torture cuffs are always torture. Match what Brick said. Torture cuffs are always torture. Torture cuffs are always torture. Torture cuffs are always torture. It looks like he had to tap out, though. Couldn't take the conversation. Some of the Facebook crowd came over here. We're missing a few hundred people because Facebook always brings a few hundred people to the room. I apologize. StreamYard. Are there any other streaming services that allow me to consolidate the stream of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube? Are there any other streaming services? Oh, a little bit of house cleaning. Do you guys want me to do the house cleaning right now, or do you want me to do the next video? I need a little bit of house cleaning here. I'm not back in LA yet. Anything you ordered the last 4 days won't ship until tomorrow or the next day. All hoodies and trifolds are in. Everything's in. The new cop cards are in. Little bit of house cleaning. Little bit. Ask Michael Eline is in the room. What's up, Playboy Marine? I salute you, sir. Michael Eline is a bar card attorney in California and Texas. He takes your case on contingency, this guy right here. He has a channel called Ask Michael Eline, one of the moderators. Please put the chat down put his link in the chat. He's new at podcasting. He's just learning how to do it. He's just getting himself set up, and he's doing the best he can. And so But if you need an attorney in California or Texas, and you need an attorney who will work for you on contingency because you have a video and you got in a car accident, or you got a Dewey, or you got assaulted by a pig, Michael Eline is your guy. That's your guy right there. California and Texas only. He doesn't have a bar card in Arizona, doesn't have a bar card in New Mexico. He does have a bar card in, Felicia is in here. What's going on, Felicia? What's going on, Playboy? What's going on? I can't see you. I don't see your comment in there, but I saw your name pop in there. I saw your name. Okay, tiny bit of house cleaning. Tiny bit of house cleaning. Just a little bit, because I need your help. I still got that damn troll who's stealing my content. I just need you guys, the links for the video. Good people of TikTok, Teespring, Stan Store, X, YouTube, Instagram. My name is ChilleDeCastro. The name of my brand is called DeleteLawZ.com. I'm a constitutional law scholar, and I'm autodidactic. Now, I know that this is the first time you've met me. So this is my face, so you can put your face to what you see on the videos. These are my Fifth Amendment cop cards. They're just like a driver's license. I mostly give these away to people for free. 6 steps in what you say and do when you're dealing with cops, whether you're the driver or the non-driver of a car. This is my Fifth Amendment trifold. It took me years to put these together. They have the name of my brand on them on DeleteLawZ.com with a Z. The only place you can buy my products are on DeleteLawZ.com. The only place you can see my videos are on my specific channels called DeleteLawZ. I had an assistant named Colin Campbell. I'm going to include the contract, the severance contract that I had with him. What Colin has done now is he's pirating my videos and putting my products on your platforms. I've sent out cease and desists. I've asked nicely, but you've never met me. So I realized this is the first time we've ever talked. Just imagine that you had millions of people who followed you, and somebody was stealing your identity and responding to them as though they're you. He's responding to people on TikTok as though he's me. He's responding to people through your platform as though he is me. Teespring, he set up an account using DeleteLawZ clips at Gmail, my email address, and then he stole my store. You won't let me put an account on my main account with 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. And Teespring, you would get a lot of money. We could work together just fine. I don't do anything wrong. Why can't I get a store on Teespring? But my assistant could get the store on Dlz'S Clips, my backup channel on YouTube, then pirate my email address, and you let him have a store selling my products on your store. So, okay, I think that's enough. I have dropped the link for Teespring down in the chat. Here's the link for Teespring. Please report to Teespring that the store has been pirated and he's impersonating me. He's impersonating me on Twitter. If you contact DeleteLawZ Clips at Gmail, that's not me. I'm DLZ Clips, not DeleteLawZ Clips. He stole that account. So it looks like the TikTok's been taken down. Let me check. So here's the Teespring account where he literally uses my poster. So I want to mass report this to Teespring because he's stolen my products. So here's the link right here. There that is. So it says Project Constitution, and he's selling my trifold. He's selling autographed copies of my trifold for $50 to people, which is impersonating me. So you can tell Teespring that he is impersonating me. And then here is the Stan Store right here. Here's Stan Store, and here's the link. And I'm going to give you this person's email address. There's this. It's called stanstore.com. Stan.store is what it is. And here's the link to report Stan Store. Here it is. Report to Stan Store that this person is impersonating me, please. I put that in the comment section. Thank you. I appreciate your support. It's it looks like the TikTok has been taken down. Enough people reported from this video. Let me give you the email address to Stan Store because they are not taking the store down, and I want that store taken down. If you guys can't afford my product, I am not going to I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't sell you anything for $50 when I'll give it to you for free. I wouldn't do that. I simply wouldn't do it. There's just no way. I'm sorry. I wouldn't charge anybody $50 for my signature. I would give it to you for free before I charge you $50. So the email address is going to look like, where is it? I sent that email off today. It's friends. Here's the email address to contact. This is where you email them to let them know that that store has been pirated. I'm just going to drop it down in the chat, and then we're going to go right back into another video. There's the email address to contact them and report this store right here. And here's the link for that store. I apologize, but unfortunately, when you're a big channel, you're going to have people who try to do stuff like this. There's the link to that right there. So please report that. All right, cool. Now let's get right back to what we were doing and not give the troll any more light. Just, I mean, what a scumbag. What a scumbag you are, dude. Because he watches my videos. He actually was ripping videos yesterday and posting them up today and saying, go to my Teespring store. And then he replied to people and said, he's running for governor. I was like, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. So let's get it right here. Cool. Let's move on now. Thank you guys for reporting that. I super appreciate it. Do not go into the store, sir. He's going into the store. He's going into that store. He's going into the store. Whatever you do, do not go into that store, sir. And so what's going to happen? Listen carefully.
Oh, you need to
that one extra shot just to make sure that they're dead. They shot a guy who was a quadriplegic. Do not go into that store, sir. Do not go into that store. Do not go into that store, sir. There it is right there. There it is right there. Now listen carefully. Boom, 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 boom. There's the one extra shot for good measure to make sure that he's gone. He was a shoplifter. Oh, wait, he's dead. They shot him a half a dozen or a dozen times right there. And now what are they going to do? Put him in torture cuffs. He's already...
15. We have one gunshot victim.
At least he got it right, victim. Didn't call him a suspect.
Code 4.
Bravo 15, is code 4 for meds to move in at this point.
Bravo 15. I'll need units here.
No standard of care at all whatsoever.
Code 3, we got a lot of people here.
10-4, stand by just one. Is it okay for meds to move in? Is this...
Guy hit the back of his neck on the ground, so if the bullets didn't kill him, the fall would have. And now he grabs the man and puts him in torture cuffs instead of showing any kind of standard of care.
Bravo 15. We have one gunshot victim. Officers are code 4.
Bravo 15, is it code 4 for meds to move in at this point?
Bravo 15. I'll need units here. Code 3, we got a lot of people here.
10-4, stand by just one. Is it okay for meds to move in? Is the scene secure?
Yeah, scene's code 4, meds can move in.
So you saw the standard of care there.
Fortunate day of August 1st, 2019. Officer Butler found herself in a distressing situation while carrying out her duties to protect and serve the community. Officer Butler, along with 2 fellow officers, responded to a call at an apartment complex in Lafayette, Indiana. Their mission was to apprehend a suspect with an active warrant. Little did they know this routine assignment would take a perilous turn.
You're welcome to go ahead if you want to.
check, make sure your dog's locked up. But if you know your dog's locked up,
she'll bark and scare you, but I promise she's
okay.
good in her
As long as she ain't gonna get out, then we're good. Thank you. And absolutely nobody can be inside. Nobody else has a key?
No.
Okay, perfect.
Well, she has a key. But
well, I'm saying I want to make sure you're not gonna get surprised.
Yeah, no, nobody's inside.
Cool. Lafayette 367.
Can I just look in there and make sure that my dog she's not.
If you would make sure that we're showing apartment number 2, same numerics, but apartment number 2. Copy. And we're being given consent to go inside and look. We'll be inside. You just want to step right over there, hon, and we'll be right back. Lafayette Police Department, anybody inside? Come out now, make yourself known. Right, check this kitchen.
For those who are hearing impaired, have you noticed that I put the captions on all the videos now?
What?
After getting access to the residency, the cops carried out a routine search, but the dog inside was not a fan of the intruders.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you. I appreciate your support, Amy.
We're clear in here. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, watch that dog. Yeah, maybe you ought to hold there and make sure you don't get out. Just when it starts getting out, just put your foot up like that. It's okay.
But just as the cops were leaving, things got a bit out of hand.
We're clear. Yeah, I mean, let's check where this guy. Hey! What happened?
One cop shot the other cop because he was walking around, didn't know firearm safety, and had the finger on the trigger of the gun.
So, I have not checked that. Our dog's been captured. We really checked on the couch. He's pushing on the side of that couch.
That woman right there.
So it was just...
That pigtail right there is about to get shot in the back by the other pig. He's walking around with his finger on the trigger. Anybody who's ever shot a gun in their entire life knows that when you have your firearm out and it's locked and loaded, your finger goes on the outside of the trigger. Your finger doesn't go on the trigger. It goes on the outside of the trigger. You learn this when you're 8 years old and you first learn how to shoot. It's very common. It's very normal. You make sure that you put your finger on the outside of the trigger. It doesn't go on the trigger. It goes straight like this. So you're holding your firearm and your finger is literally like this. So then you put your finger in to pull the trigger. Everybody knows that. Michael Eli knows that. He's a Marine. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you.
Medic signal 10.
Did my dog get out?
What happened?
What happened?
Medic signal 10. Medic signal 10.
Now watch.
What happened?
Watch how fast they work on this pig and look how much the standard of care they offer to the pig.
I tased you?
No,
Do you have your taser out?
Where are you? Where are you shot?
Hey, relax. Did you have your taser out? Where? Right here. Lafayette 367.
They're all going to get awards. The pigtail who got shot's going to get an award, and they're going to find no wrongdoing, even though he doesn't follow the basic parameters of gun safety.
Medic signal 10. Start ship command.
The cops realize that things are a bit out of hand and they need to act fast to help out their partner.
It's hooked.
Okay, let me see, babe. Come here. Listen up, baby. Come here. Where's your vest? Get your vest undone. Okay, let's see if it's through. Roll over on your side, baby. Okay, come here. 360.
Look at the standard of care. Look how they're quickly attending to the person, making sure that they're cared for properly.
7, signal 10, medics. Okay, let's get her up and get her in my car. Let's go. Yeah, come on, baby. Come here, baby. It's okay.
Baby? What? They call her baby. Baby?
Roll over on your side, baby.
Roll over on your side, baby.
Okay, come here. 367, signal 10 medics. Okay, let's get her up. Get her in my car. Let's go. Yeah, come on, baby. Come here.
Come on, baby.
Baby, it's okay.
Come here, baby.
Dispatch, we got an off.
Does he have his gun pointing at her again, or is that something else? Is that his gun in his hand with the tip of the barrel pointing at her again?
Officer's been shot.
That's his gun, isn't it?
My car over here. Sit down right here. I'm going to get my car. Right there. Secure this. Secure that. Put pressure on that.
Look how quickly they're acting to save the pig.
Her back.
He's running in full gear in his G.I. Joe loser costume.
Come on, bring your car. Bring your car. Get her in here. We're taking her to the hospital right now. Open it. We're taking her right to the hospital
They're getting
ourselves.
her to the hospital right now themselves.
Get in. Slide over, baby. Hang on. Door. Go. Pressure, set up, baby. Pressure.
Eventually, the cops came across an ambulance.
Guys.
Look, they're rushing her to the hospital to help her, to get her help. Standard of care, SOC.
Baby, look at me. Wait.
Baby, look at me.
The cops came across an ambulance.
Guys.
Hey, baby, look at me.
Hey, baby, look at me.
Ambulance, stop here. Get us out of this door. It's locked.
Now, look at the frantic nature. Look how they're working so hard to make sure the copper gets some medical care after they've been shot by a gun with a bullet. Comes out at 5,000 feet per second. The bullet tears through your flesh, into your bones, your ligaments, your tendons are torn, severed, or ripped. So it's so important you get immediately medical care. Look how quickly they'll do it for a pig. You saw them shoot the guy in the wheelchair and put him in torture cuffs and leave him there to bleed out. This is why I'm running for governor. This is why I'll win, and I'll change this from the top down. There's going to be a standard of care for everybody, not just pigs.
Get us out. Get in the ambulance. Get in the ambulance. Let's go, baby. Come on. Come here. Stay secure. Let's go.
Come on, baby.
Side door. You're fine. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You're almost there.
I'm calling her baby. Come here, baby.
Baby. Let's get all of her gear off once we get there. Yeah. Okay. What happened? She's been shot. Right back here.
Oh, wait a minute. So you mean when you get shot, you lose your motor skills and you can't stand up? Yeah. So you mean that when you get shot, you need immediate care from those around you? Yeah, that's what that means. And baby can't even stand up. Poor baby. Poor widow baby. She got shot by a pig who didn't use gun safety, and then he had his gun like this as he was carrying her with the barrel pointing at her head. Listen to the report, though. Listen to the report. Just wait.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Go, come on. We're almost there.
Thankfully, Officer Butler has since been discharged from the hospital.
Thankfully? Put a 1 in the chat if you're not grateful that the piggy got out of the hospital.
Marking a significant milestone in her journey to recovery. The Lafayette Police Department, in an update shared on Instagram, expressed gratitude for Officer Butler's resilience and affirmed their anticipation for her return to active duty once she has made a full recovery. Following the incident, a thorough investigation was conducted.
A thorough investigation was conducted, and it shows that one cop shot the other one because he got scared of the dog.
with all officers present equipped with body cameras providing crucial footage for
Boom.
analysis. After careful review by a competent review board, it was determined that the discharge of the firearm was an unfortunate accident.
Oh, is that what it was? Is that what it was? But if you had shot a piggy, if you accidentally discharged your gun and shot your brother, your sister, your mother, your lover, if you shot somebody, would they call it an unfortunate accident, or would you be charged with a crime, wanton waste? Wouldn't you be charged with something? They charge you with something, discharging a firearm in city limits. You'd be charged with something. But this was just an unfortunate accident, just like Tabitha Smith. This was just a freak accident. He wasn't texting and driving and drove into the river. That's not what happened.
Devoid of any malicious intent or negligence on the part.
Devoid of negligence?
With all officers present equipped with body cameras providing crucial footage.
That's not negligent?
Investigation was conducted with all officers present equipped with body cameras providing crucial footage for all with crucial foot.
Didn't he just shoot her in the back from 2 feet away as he was going running out of a building? Doesn't look like it's devoid of negligence to me. It looks like the negligent piggy shot the other piggy. That's what it looks like to me. What'd they call it? Well, was this Lafayette Police Department in Indiana? Here's your Acorn cop, everybody. Here's your Acorn cop. You know, it's so funny. They put a graphic warning there, but you don't see anything but a cop fire a gun. There's no, hey, YouTube, United States government, can you just get me one stream that's not demonetized? Can you just give me one stream? Just one stream can I get not demonetized? Pretty please, YouTube, United States government. Can you help me out with that? So it says warning graphic content, but there's no graphic content at all. There's no graphic content at all. The copper gets scared that he hears a door slam.
I'm definitely not your girlfriend, Sean.
You know how sometimes I will stop the video and you'll see my face, you'll hear the gunshots, and then I go back to the video? In this particular video, I don't have to do that at all because you don't get to see anything. The copper's going to hear something that he calls a gunshot. It's a door slamming. And then he's just going to shoot through a door randomly. No idea if there's someone on the other side, if there's kids, women, children, just a free guy just sitting in his chair having some Doritos watching the game. He has no idea what he's shooting at. He just shoots through a door. But you don't see anything. There's no warning for graphic violence. There is no graphic violence. There's nothing. We just see another Acorn cop who decides that he's scared and unloads the magazine. It's be the judge for yourself.
That's shit. Right? 26 shots fired.
That was not shots fired. That was a door slamming. That was a door slamming. It was not shots fired. And why is he hiding back there against the wall?
That's shit. Right? 26 shots fired. Tyler. 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 Stop! 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 Ow!
I'm laughing because it's uncomfortable. He screams, no, no, I'm hurt. And then the cop shoots a couple more rounds through the door as he's screaming, "No, no." Stop, 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 stop.
Ow!
Please stop.
The door, stop! Oh, we got shot! Open the door! Open the door! Please! Stop!
Start medical. Mill screaming is down. Tyler! I can't! Tyler, where are you at?
He runs.
Tyler, back here! Back.
The door, stop! Oh, we got shot! Stop! Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, Tyler. 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 Stop! Ow! Please, stop! Can I open the door? Stop! Oh, we got shot! Open the door! Open the door! Please!
Run, little piggy, run. Run, little piggy. Run, piggy, run. Run, pig. Run, pig. Pig, run. Run, pig.
You good? You good? Yeah.
Duluth. So quick to fire through a door without confirming anything. All I could think every time I go to my homies, 2 kids are always playing in the front hallway by the door. Exactly. My kids are loud as F. This big part, my son is forever slamming a door. It's a closed door. Like, how the F are you going to fire without knowing what's behind it? Not even announcing that you're the police. They never said they were cops. I can't stand police. I'm with you there. He's been charged. The judge won't throw it out. He may actually get punishment, but nothing is expected from the general public. Here's the article, right? Oh, the page has been removed. Look at this. The state-run media removed the page. Look at that. They removed it. Wow. We already saw it. I'm just trying to get a little bit of information here. The charges are bullshit. No charge for actually almost killing everyone in the apartment. No charge for actually shooting someone. Just charges for using the gun. Did you notice how his buddy bailed on him? He walked away like his partner's shit didn't stink. I'm at a loss for words. I mean, geez. The real fucked up part's when the victim starts screaming and begging for help and the cop pauses and then just calmly fires again like an execution. Anybody know where this is? Let's give a call. Duluth, Minnesota. An innocent man is disabled and a police officer charged after the officer mistook the sound of a shutting door as gunfire and began shooting through a closed door. Despite the victim crying for help from inside the apartment on the other side after being shot, Duluth police officer Tyler Liebfried fired an additional 2 more shots through the door. Liebfried is now facing felony firearm charges for his decision to open fire on 23-year-old Jared File for no reason. According to police, they were at Kingsley Heights Apartments. Before the officers even made it to Fry's door, they determined there was no cause for arrest. However, they simply wanted to ask File some questions. As the video shows, the officers are walking down a hallway laughing and joking before they made it to File's door. When approaching the door, they heard 2 loud banging sounds, which Liebfried assumed was gunfire, but it was actually a door slamming. When the door shuts, Liebfried ducks into the side before blindly dumping 4 rounds through the closed door, having no idea what or who was on the other side. File had no idea it was cops on the other side of the door, and when he gets shot, he immediately begs for whoever is doing it to please stop shooting him. I'm shot. The pleas for help weren't enough to briefly stop Liebfried from shooting, But just briefly, as File begs for help from inside the apartment, Liebfried fires 2 more entirely unnecessary rounds through the door. Please stop, File is heard screaming. Can I open the door? Stop. Ow, I just got shot. Open the door. Open the door, please stop. Because he was lying on the ground bleeding out, File could not open the door and begs the officers to help him. Sensing the urgency of the situation, Liebfried partner Corey Lindschlom tells Fried to open the door, but Liebfried says, I can't. Instead of attempting to open the door and help the innocent man just filled with bullets, Liebfried calls for medical as he runs. Before shooting through the door, neither of the officers announced their presence. After shooting Liebfried, attempting to justify the shooting, claiming the situation was dangerous, but only dangerous in the entire apartment complex that night was Liebfried. According to the Duluth News Tribune, Liebfried told Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, so this is the cover-up crew. The Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is the cop cover-up crew for Minnesota, just like the BCI in Ohio. And that the hallway was a fatal funnel. Fatal funnel. A narrow passage that left little room for him and his partner to safely maneuver. But St. Louis County Attorney Mark Rubin said he'd had enough and time to see. He had enough time to see that no shots had passed through the door and cited the statement of Lindschlom, who investigators that he wasn't going to start putting rounds into the apartment just on a guess. Indeed, as the video below illustrates, there was absolutely no need to shoot through that door. Naturally, however, the officers' union appointed defense attorney Paul Unk argued Liebfried's charges should be dismissed because he was justified in firing at the moment. He heard apparent shots under the reasonable officer standard, which comes from what? Terry versus Ohio. Terry versus Ohio. They're quoting Terry right there, folks. Right there. There it is. You're seeing it right there. It's right there. That's Terry. That's Terry versus Ohio. You're looking at it. Do you understand now? Do you get it now? Why we say OTVO? He apparently shot under the reasonable officer standard established by the U.S. Supreme Court in what? Terry versus Ohio. There's absolutely nothing reasonable about Liebfried's actions that night. And luckily, 6th Judicial District Judge Sally Townowski upheld this week charges of intentional and reckless discharge. What about assault with a deadly weapon and attempted murder? There was suffice evidence for the case. No, what about attempted murder? The pause before the first volley of 4 shots and the pause before the second volley of 2 shots, combined with the closed door and the victim later pleas for help, raised the question of whether or not defendant's actions were objectively reasonable. Tarnowski wrote an 11-page decision. The court recognizes the myriad of dangers and inherent, the court respects the immense difficulties raised by split-second decisions that you should not make. These holdings here, they're citing Graham versus Connor, 1989, objective reasonableness, that the cop can use his objective reasonableness to determine the amount of force to use on you and also the danger that you might have for him. And he can even assume what you did before the interaction with him. So he can assume that you killed your parents and stuffed your child down a garbage disposal. He can just assume that. And that makes it objectively reasonable for him to use any amount of force he needs, which would mean he can fire 4 shots through the door. And if you beg and plead, he's going to assume that you just killed your wife and kids. So he's going to fire 2 more. It's called objective reasonableness. And cops need to make split-second decisions. You know what? In 1989, maybe. In 2024, we live in a digital era. Drop back and film. You heard gunshots? Drop back and film. I'm going to change all the policies of police when I get in as governor. I'll change them all. Please support me and make sure that I get there. I'll never stop until I get there. By split-second decisions raised in circumstances where the lives of citizens and lives of officers are in danger. However, based upon the complaint and the record before it, the court concluded the defendant's motion to dismiss must be denied. File, according to the report, still has a bullet lodged in his back and has retained an attorney. As you watch the video below, the prosecutor's statement become apparent. An innocent man was permanently injured and nearly killed because of a pig's poor judgment fueled by his fear. While this case is certainly shocking, it's by no means isolated. For years, the Free Thought Project has been reporting on cops shooting through closed doors. You can see some of these stories at the link above. So this must be this must be Mr. Vines, John Vines. He's the writer of the Free Thought Project. That must be his Oh, the video isn't available on YouTube anymore. So the mainstream lion media took it down, and then YouTube took the video down. Look at that. Oh, would you look at that? It's open till it's open. Take a look at that. It's open till 6 p.m. Isn't that nice? Not sure which pig shack this is. Edie, join the memberships. Thanks, Edie. Appreciate your support.
Duluth Police Department.
Hey, how you doing? I'm calling for the watch duty or the chief or the commander or the major or the lieutenant.
Can I ask what this is in regards of?
Sure. My name is ChilleDeCastro. I'm a national known journalist. All my calls are recorded, and I'm calling specifically about Liebfried, who shot through that door 6 times. And I got an audience of thousands and thousands of people. I mean, I'm talking my videos go viral in the millions. And so we want to know, why did Liebfried shoot through the door 2 more times after the guy said, "Oh, I'm shot. Please help me"? Why'd that happen? What's going on over there? Has Liebfried been suspended without pay? And he's only being charged with shooting his firearm. What about attempted murder charges?
Okay.
Are you a copper or are you just a dispatcher?
No, I'm a community service officer.
A community service? Oh, so are you trying to become a copper or are you just going to stay at that level?
Not sure yet. I'm still in school, so I'm still learning a lot.
Oh, well, listen, if I could talk you out of that, I would do everything I could to do that because it's just a shit job with shitty people. And you sound like a nice person on the phone, so I wouldn't do that. You join the Death Star with Darth Vader and you wonder why you become evil. It's the policies, procedures, and protocols that you are forced to follow that make you an evil person. And you don't mean to be evil. You didn't sign up to be evil. You're still in school. You're probably a nice person. But as you join the Death Star, Darth Vader slowly corrupts you. And then you can read the Mullen Commission, where it teaches you how the police corrupt people. And they do it typically through violence, getting you to do something violent and then hold that over your head so you toe the thin blue line later. I'm a constitutional law scholar. I teach thousands and thousands of people what I know. So I just recommend you don't become a copper. So that way we can respect you.
Okay, well, yep, it's definitely a calling. It's not for everybody, but
wait, I'm sorry. Did you say it's a calling to become a copper?
I mean, I think so.
But did you have any? You have that application called YouTube or TikTok or Instagram?
I do.
So the policy, procedure, and protocol that they teach you is to jump on top of people, lay them on the ground, stick your knees in their back and their neck, and that's something that's a calling for you.
Well, I mean, for me, I don't think that that's what that means.
You don't have YouTube?
But, let me get you.
No. Just wait a minute. I mean, I just want to ask you. You don't see YouTube where your policy is to throw people on the ground and dogpile them and then put them in what we call torture cuffs. The same cuffs that they used for slavery from the 1638 colony of Delaware that created the torture cuffs for slaves are the same torture cuffs they use today. You can check it out on my channel, DeleteLawZ. And I'm telling you, that's your policy, procedure, and protocol. And that's what makes you an evil person if you join that. So I'm just telling you, like, I don't know you. You could be a babe that I want to take on a date. I love you. I care about you. If you join that evil crap, we hate you. There's so many people who hate you. Don't do it. There's better paths in life and you're young. You could do anything. Unless you don't have any skill sets at all, don't become a jackboot thug pig. Don't do it. I'm telling you, I don't know you. I got nothing against you. I think you might be a perfect person. I don't know. But please don't do that. Please, I beg you. Join the side of goodness. If you want to do something good, become a nurse, become a doctor, become a social worker. Being a pig is being a pig. We hate you. We hate pigs. And I'm super famous. Like, you're talking to a guy who 1 million times a day people watch my videos. 1 million. DeleteLawZ is my YouTube channel. You can watch it. And look at the comments, how much people hate cops. Why would you do that? You don't have YouTube? You can't watch the cops dogpile people and kill them by putting too much weight on them? Ma'am?
Yep, I'm
still here.
So in one ear and out the other, huh? No effect at all. It's a calling for you to hurt people, to put torture cuffs on people. It's a calling, is it?
I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong. I love having these conversations.
But you want to hang up. You want to get off the phone, and I'm just.
No, not at all. I don't. Believe me, I don't. And I love being able to agree to disagree with people, and I love to do it in respect. So
I haven't been mean to you. I'm not being mean to you. I'm not being disrespectful to you. I'm just telling you how we actually see it. Okay.
Not at all, but I don't want it to come off as me doing the same thing.
Oh no, you could listen. I'm a hardcore dick. You could say you could say anything you want to me. I'm a real dick. Oh, I'm a dick. You know what it takes to make a beautiful baby? A hard dick. And that's me. I'm a hard dick. And I know that and I respect that. But what I'm saying to you is you have policies, procedures, and protocols that if you join the pig force, you agree to put people in torture cuffs to take them to a dungeon. Have you been to jail once? You ever been through the jail system?
No, I don't plan on it either.
Right. I'm not a felon, but yet I've been charged with 13 or 14 felonies. I've been to jail 36 times because I walk up to cops and film them. And when they abuse people, I would tell them, hey, knock it the F off. And they would arrest me for no reason. I've been arrested 3 times in 3 years. And I have huge supporters who back me. Go watch my channel, DeleteLawZ, and read the comments. You are not immune to watching a YouTube channel. Watch my 3-hour podcast where I show how cops are just pigs and demons, and they hurt people by using the policies, procedures, and protocols that you're agreeing to do. If that's your calling, then you might be the daughter of Lucifer.
Well, I disagree with that.
Right. Okay. Then can you watch my channel, please? I don't want to hate you, honey. I'm a miss. I don't want to be disrespectful. You have been disrespectful to me. So I don't want to be disrespectful to you, but you have YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. There are millions of videos of cops doing this to people. And what are they doing? They're following policy. It's a calling for you to follow those policies. Do you think that you can physically take me on as a woman? Is that what it is? You think you could fight a man? Because you can't.
I don't think that at all.
Right. I could whip your ass. You have no chance against me. So why do you think you should be a cop? You have no business being a cop. You can't fight a man. I could beat the piss out of you. 2 seconds flat. You would be no match for me.
I don't think that being a cop means being violent.
Oh, but it does.
And as a female, I believe that being a female in law enforcement, we have a great power of communication and allowing us to resolve issues with communication. Females are great at that. And so we're a great asset to law enforcement. And I think that that's on the up and up. That is my opinion. And that is something that I would love to see continue because I know that it's needed more in this world.
Okay. Well, then I'll make you a deal. My name is ChilleDeCastro. The name of my channel is called DeleteLawZ. Would you do me a favor? You can reach me easily. I answer every email. Go ahead and take a look at my channel and watch them. But then I want to comment on something you said. You said you're joining law enforcement, but you don't go to law enforcement school. You go to peace officer standards and training. You don't get a law enforcement certificate. You get a peace officer certificate. And then after you graduate, you magically become a law enforcer. How come that is?
Well, they do teach a lot of different classes when you do that. So for law enforcement, so you get like a law enforcement degree. And I know that that comes with being, going to skills and being post-certified, right? They teach all kinds of different things, whether it's criminal investigations or a law class or things like that. So you get the backstory, right? So, but for me right now, I'm in a 4-year degree.
Oh,
I'm not
good job.
on track to go get a post certification just yet.
Okay.
And I do believe that getting a 4-year degree is a great way to go because you learn so much.
Well, I agree with you. I didn't finish my degree. I went to school for 5 years. I'm a constitutional law scholar because I was no-knock rated. And then I began to study the Constitution, the rule of law, every Supreme Court case that impinges on our freedoms. And so what I would ask you, though, is why would you do it if you're smart enough to get a 4-year degree, get a master's degree? What is the calling? Are you signing up to help people?
Well, and like I said, I'm not 100% sure if this is what I'm going into, but I want to serve my community. And that could be in many different ways. I get that. I have family and friends that have gone through this. I've seen it growing up. And to me, it's something I'm interested in that I want to look into more.
Was your mom or dad a police officer?
Nope.
Grandpa,
But I have
uncle,
family.
family. So before there were cameras, cops were even worse than they are today. So if you knew somebody who worked as a copper before there were cameras, they were horrible to people. They raped, murdered, killed. Oh no, it's on camera now. It's on camera now. You can watch it on camera. I mean, look, I don't want to cause a division with you. You know, I want you to understand something. 52% of this country no longer trusts cops, and it's only growing. My channel grows by 50, 100,000 subscribers every month. And I'm a dickhead. Like, I'm so hardcore dick, you have no idea. The fact that people know I'm being nice to you is going to be like, man, people are going to, man, Chille wasn't a real dick to that woman. He actually talked to her with respect and dignity and explained to her that what you're signing up for, it doesn't matter how good of a person you are. You're literally joining a Death Star. That the policies, procedures, and protocols are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. Why would you want to put someone's wrist behind their back and then put them in torture cuffs? You think that helps anybody? And then say stupid stuff like, this is for your safety and mine? Do you think that's right?
I hear what you're saying.
Oh, but are you listening?
I'm listening.
Okay. On all the videos that I cover.
What you're saying, but like I said before, I would want you and me to be able to agree to disagree.
But what am I going to, what could we possibly agree to disagree on? That torture cuffs are always torture? That they were made for slaves to torture slaves and you're still using the same apparatuses? That's a fact. I taught it. I break it down. So let me just tell you something. On every video that we watch on DeleteLawZ, we see they put them in torture cuffs. And what you always hear people say is, ow, these are hurting me. Ow, these are hurting me. So if you're a good person, how could you put someone in torture cuffs? Listen and then say, ow, you're hurting me. And then say, they're not meant to be comfortable. Get in the cage.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you just do that. No problem.
Well, no, I wouldn't just do that.
But that's your job, though. You agree to do that policy. And when you take them to the dungeon, they have to be in torture cuffs behind their back. And you would agree to do that to me. I don't even know you. And all of a sudden you would come up, my girlfriend and I are in an argument. She calls 911 because we're yelling at each other. And then the guy's got to go to jail. Someone's got to go. So then you put me in the torture cuffs. I already have an injured thumb and neuropathy in my wrist from the cops that arrested me the last 3 times in 3 years. And then you're just going to put me in those torture cuffs and drop me off at a dungeon that you've never been to? I covered a guy in LA who got a citation for a parking ticket or a traffic ticket. He didn't pay the ticket. He got arrested. He's HIV positive. He got raped in jail. You would agree to take people to that kind of place? I don't know who influenced you as a kid, but let me just tell you something. Today's world, you can watch what cops do online. It's free. My YouTube page, DeleteLawZ, I got 500,000 subscribers. I'm in the top 1.3% of all creators in America. That means that a lot of people are listening to me. And I'm trying to tell you now, you're joining something inherently evil and wrong. And in history, in 50 years, people will look back and say, you mean cops used to just grab people and put them in torture cuffs and throw them in a cage and they weren't even convicted of a crime yet? Yeah. And then they would drop them off in an all concrete, freezing cold dungeon? Yeah. Wouldn't give people their medication. They would have heart attacks and strokes and die in jail? Yeah. And you're young. You're 22, 23 years old. What are you thinking? I'm telling you now. I've taken the time to talk to you. I haven't called you names. You got to hear what I've taken the time to talk to you. You can watch my channel. I've identified myself. I've told you everything who I am. Why don't you go and watch some videos about what cops are doing to people? And you agree. If you don't toe that thin blue line, miss, you're ruined. You're ruined. Everything you've worked for 4 years, then you pass post, and then you get into an academy, and then you go through training. And if you don't toe that thin blue line, there's 3 commissions that are all on my website, DeleteLawZ. The Mullen, the Wickersham, and the Knapp Commission. If you read the Mullen from 1994, it teaches you what cops are actually doing. And the motto of police is not protect and serve. It's whatever it takes for you to go home safe at the end of your shift. That means the standard of care is 0. What I've been showing this week are cops getting shot versus people getting shot. And when the cops get shot, they patch them up, throw them in the car, rush them to the hospital. When people get shot, they put them in torture cuffs and let them bleed out on the ground. You think you want to do that?
Well, I can tell you right now that I listen, I really appreciate you calling, and I love to hear people's inputs and
But you're dyed in the wool.
believe
You're not going to change your mind, huh?
and all that. But where I've grown up, where I've come from, my beliefs, they may be different than yours. And from what I've seen, it may be different from what you've seen. And so there's going to be controversy, and there's going to be communication and like I said, disagreements. And so I do appreciate you calling, and like I said, I love hearing what you have to say.
Well, ma'am, this isn't a belief of you believe in Jesus and I believe in Muhammad. These are concrete facts that what cops do to everyday Americans is torture, brutality, and horrible. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. And there are video after video. It's not a few bad apples. It's the policies, procedures, and protocols. I implore you to watch the videos. And you can't say we have agree to disagree, of a difference of opinion. No. What the cops do to people is literally, okay, that cop just shot that guy, shot him 6 times, 4 times real quick, and then twice more after he begged not to be shot again. And the cop wasn't charged with attempted murder. He was charged with firing his firearm. He shot through a door that was closed when a door slammed. He's like that Acorn cop out of Florida. But yet you wouldn't talk about that, and you didn't address it at all. How do you feel about that? I mean, I hope that you're not that scared. Ma'am, please adjust your chorus. You'll thank me, because your life will be just the few people who are coppers, the judges and prosecutors you go to barbecues with, and the rest of us. And once you become that evil demon, we're going to hate you. You can be hated. As soon as I see you, I call you a pigtail. You have no business being a cop. You're a woman. You belong doing other things. I would work for you. You could be my boss. But physically, you can't take me on. You're not qualified. And once a woman is on the scene and she goes, ah, then every man wants to become a chivalrous hero. And it ruins the entire thing. You should not be a cop. Women should not be cops.
Well, I appreciate your
honesty. Yeah. Can you be honest then? Why you want to do it? Just tell me that and I'll let you go. Why would you want to do it? Why would you agree to do that to me?
Well, I'm not doing anything to you.
If you agree to be a copper, you're agreeing to put me in torture cuffs. Why would you agree to do that and follow that policy and say, well, there's going to be people who disagree with it? Torture cuffs are always torture. I challenge you, put them in your back for 20 minutes hard and see if afterwards you don't think that they're torture. Put them on hard. Like I just told you to F yourself and you're mad at me. And so you put the torture cuffs on tight and then sit down for 20 minutes. And after that 20 minutes, call me. Reach out to me. Talk to me. It's torture. It's not an opinion. It's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
here's what I'm going to say from my point of view.
Sure. And then I can let you go. I don't want to take up all your time. I'm not trying to be mean to you.
Okay. And for the reason that you're calling, I just want you to let you know, because you had wanted to talk to a lieutenant or a sergeant. Everyone that I've looked at, they left at 4. So if you want to call back tomorrow,
sure,
they should be in. So just to let you know that. But from my point of view, as a 21-year-old female, growing up in a wonderful family, a loving family, I had a great childhood growing up, and not everyone has had that experience, right?
And now you want to torture people?
No, I don't. I want to make a difference, and here's what I mean by that. Let's say a scenario, right, where, like you said, if you and your girlfriend got in a fight, like an argument, not a fight, an argument. I'm not going to show up and say you're under arrest for having an argument with your girlfriend. If there's violence involved, that's where my job comes in, right? To help. And I'm not saying I'm not the cop, and I'm not a cop, so I can't say that. But I would never be the type of cop to just put someone in cuffs without trying to understand what's going on. Now, there are different people in the world. There are different cops in the world. People do things differently. But I'm not going to label every cop as being the same.
Oh, unfortunately, we have to. If you get a bag of M&Ms and 10 of them are poisonous, how many do you want? Unfortunately for us, the general public, the biggest fear that my crowd has, and there are literally millions of people who watch my videos 1 million times a day just on YouTube, okay? Millions of people respond to me and they say that every time a cop gets behind them, they become afraid. And so you only say it's just a few bad apples, but if there's only 10 M&Ms out of 100 that are bad, how many are you going to eat? How many are you going to trust? 0. And just so you know, ma'am, this is you at 21 years old. You sound like a very bright light. I'm happy to talk to you, but that's not you at 25. Once you go OTJ, on the job training, and you have someone influence you, this is, oh, they're going to complain about the cuffs, but they're not supposed to be comfortable. No, you're not supposed to put torture cuffs on people. It's wrong. It's inherently wrong. What's the first rule? Do no harm. That's the first rule. But the cops break it every day. And I implore you to go to my website, DeleteLawZ, and read the Mullen Commission. Just read it. It reads like a third grade book, and you're getting a 4-year degree, so you're way past that education level. Just read the Mullen Commission and what cops actually do and what they say to one another. It's really bad, ma'am. It's really bad. And I stand by my opinion. Women should not be cops on the street. You're no match for me. If you show up and I smack my girlfriend in the face, I can beat you up, take your gun, and kill you. And you couldn't stop me. You'd have no chance against me. You shouldn't be in that position. We need to protect women and preserve their ideas and respect them and uphold them. You could be the CEO. I'll work for you. But if it comes down to a physical fight, get out of the way and let me do it. So I really pray for you, hon. And I hope you watch my channel, DeleteLawZ. You'll actually learn something. And for the love of God, don't do it. Please, I beg you, don't do it.
Well, I appreciate your call.
Thanks.
And is it okay if I pray for you as well?
Please, we'll pray together. Watch my channel, DeleteLawZ. I'm a God-loving man. I'm all about God. God sent me on this mission. And now when he sent me on the mission in 2019, what happened to me is I realized someone has to change this system. In a new era of digital, we can now digitally detain 9 out of 10 people. Where you say, hey, Chille, you smacked your girlfriend. She's got a red cheek. You got to come with me. I'll point my camera at you. If you don't come, the judge is going to charge you with a felony. You got to come get in the car. You got to come with me. I don't want to beat you. I want to beat my girlfriend, right? I'll go with you. I'll go with you. But that's not how we treat people. The moment you become a prisoner, then you're treated really like you are a prisoner. And it's just wrong. It's wrong. So I don't know what prayers are going to do, but I sure hope that you change your mind. I hope you actually look into the things I've said to you. I really do.
Yep. Well, I will definitely look into it. So
what was your name? What was your name again? What was your name?
My name's CSO Marquardt.
CSO MA.
MARQUARDT.
MARQUARDT. First initial?
K.
K Mark. Okay, so I'll write your name down here and I'll keep track. And remember, you can always reach me. And when you're put in that position where they say, hey, K, we need you to say this on your report, like they tell you in the Mullen Commission where you learn it, and you got that decision right there where now you realize that guy on the phone told you, it becomes a Death Star. And if you don't lie on the report, you're not towing the line. At that moment, you call me. Don't take the bad choice. Just quit. And it'll happen within the first 2 years. Within 2 years, 80% of cops carry drop guns, drop drugs, drop knives, called a drop gun, a drop knife, a drop gun. Within 2 years, 4 out of 5 cops are carrying paraphernalia to plant on people. Because if they F up, they need to cover their own ass. Within 2 years. So we'll keep up with you, okay?
All right. You have a good rest of your night.
You take care. Bye-bye. Felicia, you are way too much. You are way too much, Felicia. Thank you. Thank you. So this is for Tabitha. So I'll convert that Australian money into dollars, and then I'll take the half off from YouTube, and I will put that directly into the fund for Tabitha on Friday. Chevy's already sent me money. Gary's already sent me money. There's Team DLZ faithful. People who know me and know exactly what my mission is have already sent me money for Tabitha's fundraiser that we haven't held yet. Felicia, Team DLZ, has already sent me money. Thank you. Thank you, Felicia, for supporting Tabitha. So someone can do the conversion on that from Australia to American and then cut that number in half and then let me know what that number is and I will put that in. Thank you. So did someone spell her last name for me? Someone spell out that last name. We're going to keep track. Okay, yeah. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle is better because then I can give all the money to Tabitha Smith's family. Thank you. I appreciate that, April. And you guys don't have to send anything yet. We can wait until Friday, or you can donate now, and I will. You guys know me. All I have to do is do the right thing, and millions of people pay attention to what I'm doing. Thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people believe in me, and all I got to do is the right thing, and it's so easy. It's so easy because the money that people are giving to me goes to Tabitha's family and her 2 kids. Today, Tuesday or Wednesday. Tomorrow, we give another 100 to Jason Dollarhide. Tomorrow, another 100 goes to Jason Dollarhide in jail. So we're going to support him. And how long have I been on? For 2 hours and 25 minutes. Let's cover breaking the flaw. Thank you, April. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Shane. Thank you for joining, Shane. I appreciate it. Wyatt Elder is here, everybody. Thank you so much. Shane, good to join you. Good to join you. Let's watch Breaking the Flaws video. What do you guys think of the copper on the phone? Felicia, thanks again for the money for Tabitha. Appreciate that. Can Shrimp News International World, I don't know what your channel is, but you're welcome to send me your link and I'll take a look at that. I'll take a look at it. I know it. I know it. I know it. Listen, wait until Friday. I'll have my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal up. My 501c3 should be done. We did the final paperwork today. I don't know if the state's going to approve it yet, but we're close to having the 501c3 done. Heller Gun Dude has Heller Foundation for his nonprofit, his trust. And so what do you guys think of the copper on the phone, though? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. She hasn't lived long enough, said April. OTVO, said Bree. Thank you, Bree. Now she's going to be pissed off. You said women shouldn't be cops. No clue, future pigtail. Hey, Kay, I know you're going to see this eventually because people are going to tell you about it because people in Duluth, Minnesota are going to send this to you. You know, I told you in the beginning of the call that the call is being recorded. So, Kay, don't do it. Watch my channel for a few hours. Just don't do it. Don't do it, Kay. Please don't do it. So we still have almost 600 people in here. Let's watch Breaking the Flaws video. Jessica says, hold off, you can't till Friday. Cool, that's cool. I think the wheels are turning. I have this amazing effect on people where I absolutely affect people. I absolutely affect people. No matter what, you know, I affect you. That's why you're here. That's why so many people believe in me, because I affect them. And thank you for allowing me to affect you. Let's watch Breaking the Flaws video. There's a couple of videos I could cover, but I want to watch Breaking the Flaws video. I've been meaning to cover this for a long time. And I just got the video done. And so I want to show you, this is an unlisted video that I haven't released yet. This is Breaking the Flaw. He's not in the room right now, but I want to show this to you. Here it is here. Here's the video right here. Oh, I got that on slow still. And let me make sure the captions are on. Subtitles, closed captions for those who are hearing impaired. I now am putting the closed captions on every time for people who are hearing impaired. I'm so sorry. I just recently saw your comments. A couple people emailed me. A couple people texted me. I'm sorry I wouldn't have the closed captions on previously if you're hearing impaired. From now on, closed captions go on all my videos. I'm really sorry for the people who haven't heard the message. And so this is Breaking the Flaw, everybody. Breaking the Flaw. And he is an activist out of New Hampshire.
I got some breaking news for you. The Hillsborough terrorist group known as the Hillsborough PD arrested me in court because the judge denied my right to record. And I'm like, I don't care. It's a shall issue. I just notified the court. That's my job. I notified the court. They can't approve or deny nothing. It's either you respect my rights or you don't. And it seems like they did not respect my rights today. So they criminally trespassed me, arrested me, and then they also got me for disorderly conduct, which is all bullshit. They were nasty, nasty people.
So go back to the beginning. You said that what happened yesterday in court, there were a bunch of laws broken. So
Yes. So
what was your crime? Why were you arrested?
So I went into the court like I do every time. I go straight to the clerk and I asked for the form to notify the court about recording the court proceedings.
And in New Hampshire, all you have to do is get a form to notify the court you're going to record.
That's right.
Okay, so that's where you lost me, because I was like, what do you mean you just went in the court and started filming? In New Hampshire, it's legal.
Yeah, so she denied my request because I wrote for name, anonymous, and I put in the date. They ask you which cases. I say all day. That means they can't deny it. It's not deniable. Like, she said it was improper signature. Here's the thing. Any mark, according to federal law, is considered a signature. And this came around from slavery times when people were illiterate. And they could argue, I'm not illiterate. Well, it doesn't matter. It's still considered, any mark is still considered a signature. If it was consciously done, it's a signature. And it's just a small little court.
And what happened? Why did you go to that court, and why were you filming in that court?
Well, Press NH Now had trial for...
Press New Hampshire Now had trial for some sort of restraining order violation. As you guys know, I have 10 restraining orders from people who couldn't beat me up, couldn't shut me up. They didn't like me. So they went into the court and filed a restraining order, but yet there's no 911 calls. There's no hospital reports. I've never heard anybody can get a restraining order on anybody else almost anytime they want.
A couple things that happened in Hillsborough. And he has the videos out there, so it's not sensitive to talk about. But it was a restraining order that was settled. Like, they dropped it, and because he was I guess back with his girl, right? But the Hillsborough police are terrorists, and they looked at it on there, and they knew it was pending or something like that. It wasn't closed, but it was settled, right? And they basically arrested him on the side of the road because he was in the car with his girlfriend. But here's the kicker of that whole story. He had his own body cam, and the prosecutor, they charged him with releasing body cam footage. Dude, it's his own damn camera.
So now you're getting charged if you release the transparency that the body camera offers. You're not allowed to release the body cam footage. You're not allowed to release the body cam footage in New Hampshire, or it's a crime. How insane is that? Think about that.
He's not a police. The prosecutor is citing law that is used for police officers. So police officers can't release their body cams. But because Press NH now has his own body cam and he released his own footage, they're saying he's violating the law. Isn't that crazy?
There's a body cam law. You're not allowed to release body cam.
It's not true. I mean, it's true in the sense of if you're a police officer that you're not supposed to release body cam footage without proper, ability to do that through whatever avenues the government has. But the Press NH Now had his own body cam, because we're, filming the police and stuff. We're just journalists. It's just another, barrier of protection for us.
Who made that law? Was that a group of Democrats and Republicans working together?
It's actually interesting in New Hampshire. So the only way that you can get body cam footage is if it was a felony arrest or a violent arrest. Otherwise, it's all going to have to come out through discovery and then a trial. Yeah, it's a little weird here on that.
Now, your story the other day, you were in the courtroom covering press with New Hampshire, who was being wrongfully persecuted for a defunct restraining order that his girlfriend filed on him. And then did they arrest him on the side of the road?
They did. And so here's another thing too, is that he violated bail conditions because he went live outside the police station, and that was another part of that.
Then he gets arrested.
So I kind of glossed over it, but he got arrested for going live outside the police department. Why is it a crime to go live outside the police department?
He violated bail conditions because he went live outside the police station, and that was another part of that.
Then he gets arrested. He has trial for that, or a hearing for that. Is that right? Or is he still in jail?
This was trial.
What are you saying here? We'll get into that in a second, citizens. Let's watch Breaking the Flaws video.
And it was like kind of like last minute for me to know.
So then you went there to go film the trial, and you went to the clerk to fill out the form to fill the trial.
Correct.
And the clerk gave you the form back and said, "Okay, go ahead."
She actually says, "Oh, you're going to want to look at the bottom of that." And then I look at the bottom and it says denied improper signature. Actually, they stole my evidence. That paper, they didn't give it back to me.
And
yeah, they violated my rights on multiple levels here. First Amendment rights as a journalist. They did not recognize my improper signature. It doesn't matter. I didn't even have to sign it. Actually, the rules in Rule 78 says that I don't have. There's nothing that says I have to sign it.
And then when you get arrested, your phone goes dead. You get charged with a ticket. You get a ticket and get a crime. Do they take you to jail?
They arrested me and brought me. Well, they brought me outside, right? And they I talked to the sergeant, and I was like, I want to talk to your supervisor. And he's like, I am the supervisor. And I'm like, I want your supervisor. And then sure enough, the chief comes and picks me up. And I was like, oh, good, the chief. And they know I'm telling them, like, you might want to think about, let me go because it's not looking good. And he didn't say a single word the whole way.
The kid picked you up and took you where?
To the Hillsborough police station.
Okay, and what happens?
They chain me, they cuff me to the bench, and then fingerprint or whatever, and then they get the bail commissioner.
They book you in. They book you into the jail there.
No, I never went into his cell.
Okay, so they just booked you. You took your fingerprints, took a mug shot of you, and then the bail commissioner comes. And what is the bail commissioner? What's that?
Well, it's all electronic. They did it over the phone, and she was a bit of a prick. But I'm trying to read it, and she's like threatened me that they're gonna throw me in jail overnight. And she just like she says it out loud to the cop, like, just mark it unpaid. I had to just do it because like I'm not gonna stay in jail overnight. I'm not gonna let my vehicle get towed and impounded. You know how much more money this is gonna cost.
All right, listen, I got to jump. This is too long. Love you, buddy.
All right, man. It was nice talking with you.
Later, Joe.
You're welcome.
This place just never surprises me. I had some bad news yesterday. My father passed away Sunday.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It looks like we can listen to this if you guys want to. That's perfectly fine. I've been on for 2.5 hours. I'll stay for 3 at least. That was Breaking the Flaw in Press, New Hampshire. Nobody's paying attention to Breaking the Flaw and what's going on with him. So I wanted to cover it and let you guys see what's going on up there. And this is a phone call from Jason Dollarhide that for some reason the editors put together. Tiny little mistake here. No big deal. But I think it's important that we hear this because as you guys know, I'm always raising funds for people, and there's 3 more people to raise funds for this next month. So make sure you tell other people to come join the channel. And thank you. I appreciate that, Drophead. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. So, wow, the amount of support you guys are giving to other people is just astronomical. And the way you support me is just so huge. I appreciate it. It's like, thanks, Drophead74. And Drophead74 is a huge contributor. And I think he has more contributions. We're just getting the 501c3 set up so that he can get a write-off for his contributions. That has donated to me and has supported me. And thank you, dude. So, and then here, I used to be an obedient bootlicker until people like my cousin and you taught me how to be a real man. You were always a real man. You were just influenced incorrectly. Remember, I think in 2012 or 2010, I was on the left and I used to believe in sensible gun regulation. My buddy Drew completely spun my head around when he sent me, because I'd been studying Fourth Amendment, First Amendment, but I hadn't been studying Second Amendment. And then when I understood that similar to Terry versus Ohio, that the gun laws were created for blacks and Mexicans and Chinese, that's when I began to say, wow. So, okay, cool. So, all right. All right. Amen, Derek. I'm glad that you didn't get hammered. All right. So this is Jason Dollarhide. He called me. He's supposed to call me again tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I sent him another 100. And I'm not going to let the guy burn in jail. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. He's got his problems. He's done some things wrong. He knows he's done some things wrong. But he's only being persecuted, prosecuted, and imprisoned because he stood up to the Oklahoma cops and told that cops to leave him alone. So it's just, so this is the phone call I had with Jason Dollarhide. If you guys want to support Jason, you can Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle and put Jason Dollarhide on that. Every dime that you guys donate, make sure you put the name of the person you want to donate, or if you're donating to me, that's fine. Thanks. I appreciate it. But for Jason or for Tabitha or anybody, like for example, the money that Chevy sent me, he put right on there Tabitha Smith. And for the money that Gary sent, put right on there Tabitha Smith. And then I think it was Betty also sent in a little money for Tabitha. I'll get into that later. But let's listen to Jason Dollarhide's conversation and hope that he got to see his father this last.
You're welcome.
Okay, and here's and that's the end of Breaking the Flaw. And then this is the Jason Dollarhide story ongoing. He's over 6 months in jail now, and we're going to support him. Team DLZ is going to support him. He's not perfect. Still going to support him.
This place just never surprises me. I had some bad news yesterday. My father passed away Sunday.
Oh, no, Jason. I'm so sorry to hear that, buddy. Oh, no.
I appreciate it. Yeah, so I've been on the phone a lot with my mom yesterday and today. I didn't find out till yesterday morning. Because I don't get messages. I only get them Monday through Friday. And I just devastating. They're trying to figure out if they can take me to the funeral or not on Friday. So the jail's been up here talking to me and got me set in for the chaplain tomorrow. And then I do have a bond. My mom was thinking of trying to figure out how to bond me out of jail.
How much is your bond?
$156,000. Two bondsmen so far told her that either $156,000 has to come, or $15,000 with the deed to a property is the only way they do it. But I have court on Tuesday of next week, a week from today, and I might have made a deal with them that they'll drop a couple of charges. But if they drop the two charges I'm facing, $100,000 will come off my bond.
That'd be
that would be absolutely over it.
That'd be ideal.
Yeah. So I told her let's just hold up and see what happens Tuesday. But can I tell you about the Department of Corrections come up here with some paperwork on Thursday, and it's called a PSI, pre-sentencing investigation. And because there's a conflict in my paperwork, the judge thinks I've already been to prison back in 2010, which is not true because I got a case dismissed, but it shows I signed guilty for 5 years Department of Correction. So there's a conflict with my paperwork right now, and the lady from DOC says I don't deserve to go to prison. I was approved with the LSI for a program. So it's just a nightmare of paperwork, truly.
Do you have anybody helping you?
DOC is my paid attorneys all over it. I believe they're getting an appeal ready to be filed. File an appeal within the 10 days. So I should hear something by next week. But my dad's funeral is this Friday at 11 a.m. And my mom's just devastated, man.
How did he pass?
Sunday. They got up Sunday morning. They were just talking like normal. He made some coffee. He told her he wanted to lay back in bed, and he laid down. She said he made a couple of noises. She realized he wasn't breathing. So she called 911, got an ambulance there. They tried resuscitating him and all that. I suppose they took him to the hospital and tried, put him on life support, and it was too late. They think he might have had a heart attack or aneurysm or something, man. He was only 67. Just retired last year. But I know one thing, man. Me and my dad, we were just back talking. Saturday night, I talked to both of them for like 30, 45 minutes. It just sucks, man. I'll never see my dad again.
Well, hopefully you get to see him at the funeral. Say goodbye.
Yeah.
In the event a third-party call is detected, your call will be terminated without warning.
And then the call came to an end. They cut it off right there. I don't know what happened, but Jason's dad died, and they had just made amends after years. They had just made amends after years and years. And it was just so, Jason doesn't need me on the other end of the phone crying. He doesn't need that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need me crying. You need me being the hardcore mother that I am. That's what you need me doing. You don't want me to go to Washington crying. Now, Wanda Meese was just arrested. We should, Wanda, let me take a look at the video. Let me watch it. Wanda, let's you and I jump on the phone after this live stream and let's talk and see where you are and see what's going on with you and what you need and how we can help you. And then let's jump on a phone call. As soon as I end this live, Wanda, reach out to me. Plenty of people here know how to reach me. So send me a text. I don't carry the phone that gets text messages or phone calls. I have to go get the phone. So is that his wife? So then his wife can call me on the phone. I can get her phone number. One of the mods, Greg or Mikey or Bruce, they can get, I hope he got to go to his dad's funeral on Friday. That call was last week when I was still in California. So love you too. So you say, love you too. So there's an update on a case that I want to show you guys. And then Wanda Meese's wife and I are going to jump on the phone and have a conversation tonight and see where that case is. I can't believe they took the YouTube video down of that Duluth piggy. I can't believe that. I mean, I guess I can believe it. So this is an update on the wheelchair case that we saw earlier when the copper shot the guy going into the store.
Now at 9, our top story tonight, a Tucson police officer fired after shooting and killing a man in a wheelchair.
Body camera footage now released by Tucson police shows last night's police shooting of a man who was accused of shoplifting and having a knife. Fox 10's Justin Lum joins us live with details of what Tucson's police chief is saying about this use of deadly force.
So just so you guys know, with any kind of Fox video, I literally have to stop the video and give commentary on the video. And if I don't, then I'll get a copyright strike. And I'll show you a channel that just recently gave me a copyright strike, and you guys can let them know that it was rude to give me a copyright strike. And I'll show you that channel in a second. But this is a Fox story. So every Fox story I have to stop every 10, 15, 20 seconds and speak my piece so that it's a reaction video, or Fox will copyright strike my channel. There are a bunch of bootlickers over there.
John, Christina, Tucson police wasted no time releasing the body camera footage as well as surveillance video, ultimately terminating Officer Ryan Remington. The chief says he's deeply troubled by Remington's decision to shoot a 61-year-old man 9 times from behind. We've edited the video due to its graphic nature.
He sent me an 84. I have a male suspect that just shoplifted right in front of me, pulled a knife on me.
The call to dispatch just before 6 last night from a Walmart parking lot in Tucson.
So he pulled a knife on him, and he is a paraplegic in a wheelchair. What kind of police? They're pigs. So Kay in Minnesota and Duluth, are you watching, honey? I mean, are you watching, dear? Are you watching, miss? I don't want to be rude to her. Are you watching this? These are the people you're going to work with. Kay in Duluth. These are your people. This is what they do to people. They murder people.
And seen on the motorized wheelchair is 61-year-old Richard Lee Richards. Police say he stole a toolbox from Walmart. Officer Ryan Remington, who is off duty but working security at the store, follows Richards, who approaches the garden section at Lowe's. Officer Stephanie Taylor arrives on scene. Her body-worn camera shows
Pigtail Stephanie Taylor.
The moments leading up to the fatal shooting of Richards.
Not going to the store, sir.
Stop now. You need to stop.
Surveillance footage shows another angle of Remington opening fire. Richards died shortly after. TPD Chief Chris Magnus provided brief details, saying when a Walmart employee asked Richards if they could see a receipt for the toolbox, he pulled out a knife and said, "Here's your receipt." Magnus says Richards would not comply with Officer Remington.
Now, according to the Walmart employee, Mr. Richards said, "If you want me to put down the knife, you're going to have to shoot me."
Eventually, Remington fired 9 rounds.
Officer Remington fired 9 rounds, striking him in the back and side.
Remington has been with the Tucson Police Department for 4 years, terminated today.
His use of deadly force in this incident is a clear violation of department policy and directly contradicts multiple aspects of our.
But is he being charged with murder? Is he being charged with murder? That's all I care about. What was that judge's name yesterday? Patricia Starr? Was that her name in Arizona and in Pinal County, Arizona, who said, you losing your career and going through this for 5 years is punishment enough. I see no reason to put you on probation. I don't give a damn if this pig got fired. I don't care. Is he charged with murder? Is he charged with murdering somebody? If you violate policy and you murder somebody, murder is murder. You can't shoot a guy who can't get to you in a wheelchair. And if he does with a knife, you can just kick his wheelchair over. Is he charged with murder? That's what I want to know. And charged with murder? Was he charged with murder? Did I not hear it? Did he say he was charged with murder? Oh, dude. Sacred No Ledge, aka Universe. I don't have long form videos that get, I mean, you have no idea. You do know, actually. Thanks for pointing it out. But was he charged with murder? Did anybody hear him charged with murder? I didn't hear a murder charge. I didn't hear that.
Our use of force and training.
And important to note, Remington is the only officer to open fire in this incident. Here's a statement from his attorney, Mike Story, who says, quote, he did have a taser, but in his mind, he couldn't use it because he didn't feel he had the proper spread to deploy it with the wheelchair between him and Richards. The shooting is now being reviewed by the Pima County Sheriff's Office. And according to records with the Department of Corrections, Richards is a convicted felon who served prison time for burglary, armed robbery.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And here goes here they go attacking the victim and saying he's a felon with burglary and armed robbery and he's a bad person, and this somehow will justify in the minds of you bootlicking cop suckers with that stick up your backside and stick down your throat, you're gagging on it. Oh, look, he was a burglar and he was a robber. Just absolutely disgusting. Just disgusting what we're seeing and hearing here. I mean, Ryu got it right. What a coward. What a coward. Oh, you watched a commercial? Is that right? Oh, yeah. They demonetize my videos and show commercials on my channel. YouTube, United States of America government. It's worse than China. It's worse than China by far.
An attempted first-degree murder. Most recently, he was released in 2018. Reporting live, Justin Lum, Fox 10 News.
1 second. I got another video here to show you guys. What are we coming on to here? Here it is. Last video of the day here. Last one. Let's watch this one too.
Hey, sir. Hey, sir. 111. Shots fired. Suspect has a 33 in his hand. Show hands! Show hands!
He actually didn't have a 33 in his hand. He had no weapon.
Hey! Hands up!
He shoots him right there. He shoots him several times right there. You can hear it. He's running away. He shoots him. How many shots is that?
Hands up!
Shoots him 6 times square in the middle of the back at close range with a Glock. What do you think's going to happen? The guy, he dies. So this is the This is the 1985 case of Tennessee versus Garner. This is the case here. So Tennessee versus Garner is where they shoot Eugene Garner in the back, 15-year-old, who ran away from the cops. He shot him in the back of the head with a hollow tip bullet, blew his brains everywhere right in his own backyard. He had apparently stolen $10 from the neighbor, ran in and stole it. So does the statute of authorizing use of deadly force prevent the escape of any fleeing suspect felon, violate the Fourth Amendment? Yes. So they say that shooting a prisoner as he runs away, a fleeing felon as he runs away, that it violates the Fourth Amendment of unreasonable seizure. The conservatives voted against it over here. You see that right there, right? So, but then read the caveat here. Read the caveat. The Tennessee statute was unconstitutional as far as it was allowing deadly force to prevent the escape of an unarmed felon. The Fourth Amendment prohibits the use of deadly force unless it's necessary to prevent a fleeing felon and the officer has probable cause to believe the suspect poses a threat of violence to the officer or the community. So Tennessee versus Garner is a nothing burger case. And they did the holding in favor of Eugene Garner that said that you could not shoot a fleeing felon unless it's in the name of officer safety. And that comes from what? Tennessee versus Garner. The jurisprudence is based on the stare decisis is based on what? The 1968 case of Terry versus Ohio. So while the holding says that you cannot shoot a fleeing felon unless it's in the name of officer safety or safety for the community. So the pig here who murders this man as he runs away. Now, everybody says in qualified immunity. Well, you can in qualified immunity all you want. As long as the copper can say that I feared for my safety, I feared for the safety of others around me, then the policy of Terry that puts officer safety over all of our rights then kicks in. So the cop doesn't have to have qualified immunity in any state in America as long as there's Terry versus Ohio. Can someone reach out to the civil rights lawyer who did a big video about qualified immunity? You're an attorney, Mr. Brian. You're an attorney. I love your channel. You made a video about qualified immunity. I didn't want to make a video about your video because I really like your channel. I respect you. You're a freedom fighter. I know that you hate cops, but you can't actually say you hate cops. I know you do over at the civil rights lawyer. I love your channel, dude. You made a video about qualified immunity. Why don't you make a video about Terry versus Ohio? So for my editors, can you do me a favor? Can you cut this right here? Ready? Hey, Brian. Brian William, I think his name is. What's his name over there at the civil rights attorney? What's his name? What's his first and last name? Does anybody know his name? I mean, I love the channel. I love the guy. I know he hates cops. He just can't say it because he has to be an attorney. And so he has to play the game. So I really love his channel. I watch all his videos. Like, I love the guy, right? And he made a video about qualified immunity. But Brian, will you do me a favor? Will you do a video about Terry versus Ohio and show how even if we abolish qualified immunity across the country federally, as long as there is officer safety above our civil liberties, abolishing qualified immunity won't matter. If the cop says it was for officer safety, I feared for my life, Graham versus Connor, 1989, then Brian, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Mr. John Bryan, it does not matter. But you didn't say that in your video about qualified immunity. I didn't cover your video and point out this glaring problem with the video because I got nothing but respect and admiration for you. I know that you, I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. I'll let sleeping dogs lie. I've got some problems with other people that he seems to think they're good people, but they're not, Brian. They're not, John Bryan. They're not. and you seem to like want to be buddy with a reporter on YouTube who's a scumbag and who said defamatory things about me that I likely will sue in March. So anyway, John Bryan, I love your channel, man. I got nothing negative to say about you. If someone picks a fight with me, dude, I fight them. I fight them right here online. So, I would like for you to speak on Terry versus Ohio and the policy of officer safety and how that policy then doesn't matter if you have qualified immunity or not. If they're following the Terry doctrine that officer safety is first, then it doesn't matter if they have qualified immunity. I mean, you're the constitutional law scholar. You're the lawyer. You're the legalese constitutional civil rights lawyer. I respect you to the hilt, dude. I see the cases you take. I see how you fight. I see how you keep your tongue in cheek when you're talking about these pigs. I respect you, bro. But can you talk about Terry a little bit? The actual problem in our country? Can you mention that? You made a video about qualified immunity. Have you ever made a video about Terry versus Ohio and what it does? Respectfully? I mean, if this guy was rude or mean to me or said anything about me, you guys know I don't care who you are. The truth comes out of my mouth whether I like it or not. So I just would like John Bryan to cover Terry versus Ohio, the most important thing that ruins our country, the most important policy created by the Supreme Court that completely ruins security and safety for Americans, because officer safety is first. Standard of care means that if they shoot you, you got to go in torture cuffs right away for their safety, even though you're bleeding out. That has to change. That has to change. I mean, I love John Bryan's channel, The Civil Rights Attorney. I watch all your videos, John. Ali Baba, bro, you're the best. You actually are an attorney doing the fight. I'm going to get my bar card in California, but you're doing it now. So big up to you, bro. But can you make a video about Terry and how abolishing qualified immunity won't matter if there's officer safety first? Because you could do a way better video than me and you get way more views than I do on your long form videos. YouTube won't let any of my videos long form go over 10 or 20,000 views. Won't let it happen. They won't let it happen. They won't let it happen. So yeah, I hear what you're saying, Milena. I hear what you're saying, but he's a necessary. There's people who are all right. I don't want to get into anything negative. I think we had a pretty good live stream today. I think we all talked a lot. It was good. And we saw a lot of things. We got to talk to a couple coppers on the phone who didn't hang up on us. So for my editors, cut those conversations and just the conversations. Cut a little bit of the video leading up to it, but then cut the conversation. All right, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. Can I get an OTVO in the chat? Remember the special. And these, we start shipping on Thursday. Shipping starts Thursday. So if you order in the past 6 or 7 days, hasn't even shipped yet. Hasn't shipped yet. I told you up front. I've been saying this all week. Has not shipped yet. It'll ship tomorrow. Maybe by the end of the day tomorrow, but definitely by Thursday morning, your stuff will ship. If you're waiting on a hoodie, hasn't shipped yet. If you ordered in the last 7 days, has not shipped yet. There's no shipping snafu. I'm not in town. My assistant is completely out of Fifth Amendment cards. So, I got an amazing assistant. I have an amazing camera system, and I mean, like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. So, remember Friday we're doing a fundraiser for Tabitha. We'll talk more about that later. I think I'm going to join forces with Here's the Deal to do that. And OTVO got Bentley in the chat. Good to see you, Stomper. I always love that you're here, man. Thanks, Zane. Oh, there you are, Harlan. What's going on? I believe that is going to be Craig Hendry. What's going on, Craig? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, Chevy. I got the hundreds of dollars that you and Felicia have already donated. These are big donors, guys. Don't try to keep up. We're doing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 50 bucks. That's what we're doing. 5, 10, 15, 20. And so just so you guys know, last night someone reached out to me, someone who's Team DLZ, and I absolutely love her. And she reached out to me and said, hey, Chille, I donated yesterday to Christy Roan, the James Sheets widow who has 6 kids. So then I contacted Christy and said, hey, did you get a donation? And she said, no. But the person who donated to her definitely donated to her. Guys, there's a lot of frauds on YouTube. They will mislead you and say, I'm that person. Reach out to me before you're going to donate to somebody, or give it straight to me and put their name in the chat. Put their name on the donation that you give. I will give them every single penny at my own loss. I'll cover the fees from PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. When you want to help people, you really actually want to help them. You want to see the fruits of your labor come into life. So be careful if you just go donating to some random person if you don't have their Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, and it doesn't come from me. So be very careful. That's why I collect all the money and then I give it away to the people who you guys donate to. Brandy is here. What's going on? Devin is here. Thank you. Christopher is here. Iron is here. Nice to see you. Sam is here. Dark Wolf. FTP, I'm with you all the way. Guideline is here. Mark LaGrange is here. Rip is here. Deborah is here. Ryut Serious Audits. Derek Morris. Let's jump on a call, Derek. I want to do a catch up, a follow up on you. Biz, you guys, this guy's auditing. He's out there. He's learning how to do it. Basil's out there auditing. He's learning how to do it. His videos are not going to be fire just yet, but that doesn't mean he doesn't need your support. He does. April, God bless you. Thank you for your support. I love hearing from you. I love talking with you guys. I appreciate it so much. Ralph, thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's going on, Ralph? How are you? Francisco, Lucifer, what is going on? Good to see everybody. And there's nothing wrong with Lucifer. It's a pretty name. It just happened to be the name that they put in that's it. I'm all I can say about that. Mishap MMA, what is going on? Sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that. Team DLZ all the way, Zane. And then Deadhead 74 is in here somewhere. I got to get the flock out of here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.